Bananas.
This is the story of the Shirts Off podcast.
Two white guys in a basement.
A tall ginger and one who is sometimes. Their friend Amanda isn't here this time. And she may never, ever be back. Imagine we went like super dark and sad, like Amanda will never be here again. Nah, man. Amanda's not here.
She died in a tragic promotion accident.
Yes. She died in a tragic promotional food line accident. She got a promotion, and she's busy all the time. And that is... There's a lot of reasons we haven't been alive in a while, but the like super duper main reason is Amanda hasn't been able to be here, and we wanted for a long time to stick to all three of us being here, but we have in the recent weeks decided that we would start streaming again. Just the two of us.
Oh, you didn't put the chat up.
Yeah, I did. Oh, I just didn't.
Yeah, you didn't put it over there.
No, I did put it there. I just didn't move. I haven't had to move that in a long time.
Who is that?
After all this time, and the shirts are still on, huh? 82%.
Oh, it's right there. Okay, that's way better.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I was looking at that screen. I was like, man, that's kind of blurry from this distance.
There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of small.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at a screen
That's for the people who sit down over yonder ways.
Oh, okay.
Those lame people who have to sit way over there.
Look, they can't even see what chat we're looking at.
No, they cannot.
Also, I came back, and all my stuff was boxed up and set up at the street. All my, like, stuff that was set up in the back and everything. And Charlie's just moved on with his life.
Oh, you mean on the setup?
Yeah, he started.
I had to move some stuff around.
He started collecting sauces and cologne for some reason. There's like
when I clicked start on the stream, and Creighton, I said, "Wow, it's been over 2 months since we've done a podcast." And Creighton said, "Yeah, it's been a while, and we've learned a lot, and none of it's gonna help us. None of it's gonna help us here."
It really hasn't. It's just gonna be worse versions of this from here on out.
That is this podcast. This podcast just has sucked.
Yeah.
For fucking 270 episodes or some bullshit. I don't know how many we've done anymore. We've done a lot. It's crazy how many episodes we've done.
I've got a Urban Dictionary word of the day, by the way.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you say that while I...
Do you want me to say it, what it is? Okay, I'm going to say
while
it,
I
and
do
you
the
tell
other
me
one.
what...
Oh, wait, am I supposed to... I can't remember the order. Do I do the
Normally
weather?
you do the weather first.
Do
but
you want me to do the weather first?
Yeah, you can. What do you remember what county we're on?
Fuck you, Wikipedia.
Did it start
To all our readers in the U.S., please don't scroll past this 1-minute read. This Monday, December 12th, with only a few weeks before 2022 comes to an end, we humbly ask for your support. We are the nonprofit that hosts Wikipedia and 12 other free knowledge
No, we
projects.
should give them money because they don't have sponsors.
To be fair,
we should just sponsor
we do
them.
use them a lot.
Yeah, we should just sponsor them. You know,
maybe another day. We'll look into.
They could put ads for Shirts Off on there.
I think the last one we did was Boise, Idaho. So, with that said,
Boise.
the weather. Oh shit! Wait.
B.O.
The
So
weather.
we've got so many bees left. The weather.
The weather in Bolivar County, Mississippi,
I love it. It's French.
It's 52% Fahrenheit, and the precipitation is oh no!
What? Do you not put the buttons on there? He doesn't have the buttons on there. 2%. He's letting you down because he was gonna put 52%.
Where are the scenes? Fuck! I have to move this. Oh, dude, I'm just.
Are you wigging?
I'm just fucking up in all the places. Scenes, Shirts Off too. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, there's Creighton's name. I had it on Michael still. Okay, so we're back to this is better. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
So anyway, the precipitation's a whopping. No! God damn it!
Do you want me to just make the noise?
It's 2%. The precipitation is 2%. Humidity is 97%. The wind's 8 miles per hour. Bolivar County. Fuck Bolivar.
What did you say the humidity was?
Anyway, is that a pole in the penguin's ass? What? No, that's the table. that's the bottom of the table that the penguin is sitting on.
Could you imagine you put him on a stake?
Yeah, imagine he's just fucking sitting like a pogo stick.
Yeah.
Yay, what happened to Charles Steamy Gym Pick? Shaking my head. Yay, Kanye. Why would you say Kanye? What happened?
Yeah.
It's just it's supposed to be yes.
Hmm.
That's his name now is Ye. So you're.
Oh, he's going by
saying
Ye
that
now instead of
I don't know.
Kanye.
It's been I don't know.
I heard he was a Nazi.
I mean, kind of. He said some pretty Nazi things.
Oh yeah,
He's,
it was
he's
wild.
saying some Nazi
A lot of
shit.
stuff happened while we were gone.
Yeah, we've missed out on some fucking events in the world. It's been like you take 2 months off and the world just goes to shit.
I know. Twitter's on fire. Kanye's a Nazi.
We are Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye in the events of Civil War. I retire for, 10 minutes and the whole thing goes to shit?
Yeah.
That's us.
Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah,
I went and joined a family. Like.
Yeah, it's crazy. Creighton's a fucking dad now. Like, it took him 9 weeks, and he's a father. He's like, he had a litter of puppies or some shit.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking.
We went and took Christmas
father.
pictures. You want me?
Really?
See those? Yeah.
That's what you meant?
Yeah. No, I mean I was being
like
serious.
family photos.
Yeah, with Santa. I got to sit on his lap.
Yeah, Creighton. For those who don't know, to this day goes and sits in Santa's lap every single year. He's 33 years old.
No. I've missed a couple years.
He's 33.
I missed like
and
3 years.
Okay, he missed a couple of years, but still, his whole adult life, he goes and sits on Santa's lap, or plans to every year.
Yeah, and now I have children.
And now he has adopted children in his new relationship. It is
Hold
unbelievable.
on, I'll send you the pictures. They're really great. It's really dark in there.
I need a new place to put the camera that's far away. I don't like how it's like lopsided to show more of my side than yours. I want it like dead in the middle of the bar.
Well, why is it lopsided?
Just 'cause the TV's where it's at.
Okay.
I guess I could go more. Hold on, I'm gonna try and fix that real quick. Keep saying words.
I'm gonna drop them in the Discord real quick. In mine and yours. But anyways, we've been busy. A lot of stuff's happened. I went to Charleston this past weekend. Went and saw a band called the Front Bottoms. For those of you that know or don't know, they basically sit there and cry into a mic for about an hour and a half. And it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So it's the first time in my adult life I've went and seen a band in person that I know like a lot of their songs. Granted, they've been around for we found this out after the fact, but they've been around for almost like 12 years or some crazy shit.
Okay.
So like all the songs I know, really know by them, are from like 2012. So
2012.
So they didn't play a lot of those, but I did have a good time. They definitely have played the most songs that I've known at any concert that I've ever been to.
Yeah, I feel like for people like us now, like growing up, concerts are gonna get a lot cheaper because like fans have to go.
Well,
because
so
it's
the
not
thing
like the old
is,
days where it's like everyone knows all of this music.
dude. Did you?
It's like I'm a person who I grew up with the internet. All the songs I like, I just clicked add to playlist, and I never even paid attention to who was singing it, like what year, what the band was. Like I have so much music on one playlist that is just fucking 9 genres, different artists. I don't know. I could sing you like 50 songs and not tell you who the artist is.
Really?
Yeah, like I know the music, I don't know the performer, I don't know the artist, I don't know the band, I don't know any of that. I just know the sound that happens.
Well, no, that was the thing. Like they're a band that I feel like I know relatively well because I went with April and there was one song that came on and she turned around and looked when I started singing along and she was like, "I didn't know you know that song." And I was like, "Yes, I'm very acquainted with that song. I used to sing that song like all the fucking time because it's a good song."
Yeah.
Even
Even my ukulele playlist
is like
songs that I can play on the ukulele and
you
sing.
don't know the artist.
And sometimes I do. It depends. Like if I looked at that list and you like looked at it and didn't show me, like if you said like, okay, this song, I'd be like, Billie Eilish. Like I'd sit there and be like, maybe. There's a few that I know for sure, but like there's other ones that I'm like, man, I don't know if I would be able to tell you.
There's a picture in there, and I just sent it to you. That makes me think of Amanda.
I can't show these.
No. But well, you can show probably like
no, I'm not gonna show any of them. They're kids, and it's like it's weird.
Yeah, it'd be
ethically.
weird. Yeah.
If
I get what you're saying.
If April were here, I would.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like if she said, but like no.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
She's not here, and the kids aren't here. Yeah. Well, I mean, you showed me. That's one thing, but like showing. Yeah, I can't show the internet.
Yeah. No, but that was hilarious.
That would be weird. Yes.
I was so I was so nervous going to this concert because like this is a band that like
Nervous how? Like,
well, not nervous in that like I was
look
like
at you. You're getting all choked up.
no, I was nervous because like this is one of those bands that people mosh to. So
Oh,
like there's a
Jesus.
pretty good chance that I would get punched in the face. However, I got in there and I realized I'm the tallest person. And I looked around and I didn't realize how short emo kids are. But like and the crazy part is like me and April talked about this the whole time. But there was like people like us that were like, 25, 30 between those ages, and there were people
Yeah.
that were just like 12.
Really?
Yeah, and there was no in between. And I looked around and I was the king of all that I surveyed because like I could see from one end of that music hall to the other.
Everywhere the light touches is yours, Simba.
And one of the heavier songs came on and nobody moshed.
What light? Fucking strobe.
Yes.
It's all mine. It's gone. It's all mine. It's gone. It's all mine.
Nobody nobody moshed. It was a different energy cuz all the concerts I've been to thus
Nobody
far
moshed.
all the concerts I've been to thus far have been in Charlotte, and those people get rough. They get really rough. They'll be throwing each other, crowd surfing. I was hoping to crowd surf at this concert. I was excited.
What? Those fucking 12-year-olds couldn't lift you.
I don't know. I've seen them do impressive things in Charlotte. Maybe it's just a different breed up here, but
Yeah, this was in Charleston.
this was in Charleston.
Yeah.
And everybody was calm, cool. This is the most they bobbed their heads. And I was like, what?
This was the most.
And
they
then
bobbed
there
their
were
heads.
3 girls clearly on Molly next to us that were just grinding and bumping on us and all kinds of stuff. And every time I was trying to record, this one bitch just kept waving her hand up in the air and blocking the camera.
This
like, it
one
wasn't-
bitch.
It was like it wasn't even a song that went that hard. It was like a soft melody song, and she's over there just like fucking going at it. And I almost grabbed her hand and like
She was-
shoved it down.
She was probably
Oh, yeah.
writing something.
I said it's Molly. All of them were on Molly.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't
So
hear you say that.
I almost grabbed her arm at one point and just shoved it down and was like, "No, you stop."
That would have ruined her night.
Oh yeah, no.
If she was like rolling that hard to where she's listening to like some soft
Oh, it
music
would've
and
made
we're
her cry.
fucking flying. If she was flying that hard for a song like that and you went no, that would have like
It would have been
ruined her life. Like that, like you don't like that would have been fucking bad for her to hear.
It would have been like watching her crash into a brick wall head on.
Yeah, well, I mean to be fair, it's Molly, so like she would find the good of that situation, but
Yeah.
it would still like probably
Well,
harsh
see,
her mellow.
They started out over here behind us, and then like by the time that the band came on and we were trying to actually like get some pictures and record some of the songs they were singing, they were like right here next to us. And it's not directly in front of us, but it's close enough for them to be in the way, and they were doing their hands back and forth like this. To like I said, they wouldn't even be playing and she was already doing like this. Like they'd be in between sets and she was like just doing all this crazy shit. And it was frustrating. But they blew bubbles.
They blew bubbles.
The front bottoms, not the girl next to us. That's the band that was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 2 big ass bubble machines on each side of the stage, and at one
Oh,
point.
how rock and roll has fallen.
No, listen to me. Let me finish, okay? So they played like a love song, and they blew out. They like shot like it had to
Ew,
be.
Mikey, what should we like do for decoration? For like, I mean, there's like music and that's cool, but like the people are coming for more. Okay, dude, we gotta have like fire cannons. We need cannons that shoot flames that like everyone will feel for like 200 yards. Like whenever we hit like a G, just fucking
Well,
fire explode. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, what about lasers, dude? Lasers just say, hey guys, we should shoot bubbles
into the
guys.
crowd.
Let's shoot a bunch of bubbles into the bubbles. They're here to listen to music. Not what if like a big bubble happens and the fucking pops and hits someone in the eye, and now they've got like soap in there. But dude, like imagine the light reflecting off the bubbles.
It actually did look.
That
pretty
would
cool.
look cool, right?
The girls on Molly were like loving it.
Yeah, I mean that checks out.
Well, no, so it probably was millions of bubbles being shot up. At one point, I couldn't see the stage. And
Jesus,
yeah.
that's a lot of bubbles.
No, it was a lot. And I don't know if they're rock, if they're like a rock band technically. I think they are different.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. I guess alt rock.
I watched Almost Famous. Not all of it, but I watched a lot of Almost Famous last night. which is one of my favorite movies of all time. In fact, I pushed Tombstone out of my top 10
Did
and
you?
replaced it with Almost Famous.
Really?
Tombstone and
Wait, which
Almost
version
Famous.
of Almost Famous?
Almost Famous.
There's a bunch of versions. There's the Bradley Cooper one.
That's not the movie. You're thinking of a different. That's The Star Is Born.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
Not that.
What's
Almost Famous is its own thing. Almost Famous is about a boy. I forget the director's name, but it's loosely based on his childhood, and it's about this kid who is like a not repressed, but very like heavily like his mom like heavily guarded him as a kid, and his sister was like very rebellious. And in the movie, I don't know about the real life story, but in the movie, the sister's very rebellious, and she leaves home, and gives the kid all of her records of like rock and roll, and this takes place in like the 70s. Long story short, he becomes like a rock and roll fanatic, like a giant critic and fan of rock and roll at an early age.
Right.
And he starts writing like rock and roll like papers and shit for like underground newspapers and for his school newspaper and shit. And he wants to get a job writing for like a real rock and roll, like Rolling Stone or some shit. So he fakes his identity and pretends to be an older guy and starts following around a band called Stillwater, which is like the equivalent of like the Beatles or Creedence Clearwater, like pick up fucking rock.
So they're like
70s.
a made-up band.
It's a made-up band for the movie, but in the movie he goes and follows
this is a
them around.
made-up guy.
Yeah, it's like loosely based.
The way you were telling it before.
I'm telling the story
like
of the movie.
historical fiction.
So it's sort of historical fiction. The director did that with a real rock and roll band. I can't remember who, so I'm not gonna say who. I don't want to like lie.
What if it is the Who?
It's not the Who. It might be the Who, but anyway, it's a fucking awesome movie. Very well acted, very well written, like super timeless. Even though it's slapped in the middle of the 70s. It's like a weird little like out of time movie, and Jennifer Hudson's in it, Jimmy Fallon's in it, which was weird. But Billy Crudup, it's a great Jason Lee.
Did it come out this year?
No, it's from like 2006 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a very that movie and Tombstone have like an ever interchanging spot on my top 10 as my number 10. They just go back and forth arguing over who's my number 10, and right now Almost Famous is winning.
I watched. Speaking of top 10 movies, I watched Bullet Train over the weekend.
That's your top 10?
I like it a lot.
Yeah?
I liked it a lot.
Would you put it in your top 10, do you think?
Yeah.
Really?
Like of all time. And this is not counting comic book movies because I feel like they should belong
Well,
on
then that's
separate
not. Then no.
You don't think so?
No.
Have you seen it?
No.
Well, how do you know this?
Well, I'm saying
It sounds
you can't
different.
have two lists.
Oh shit!
It's
It's
all one of
Amanda. Hey,
Hey guys, I miss y'all. Have a good podcast. Amanda, we love you.
I love you
We
too, Amanda.
we
I miss you.
explained how you had a tragic promotional accident.
Yeah.
And that you died.
You died in a tragic masturbation accident.
No,
or
that's
something.
the.
Oh, that's the other one.
That's the
Sorry,
Dave
my
Chappelle
bad.
joke. Don't lie. Don't steal. You improve upon, not steal.
I
That's
improv.
total theft. You are doing a good job of like doing your own version, and now you've soiled it.
I would never
You soiled
like.
it.
I would never come on here and soil things openly.
We love you, Amanda. We miss you. I miss Amanda.
I miss Amanda too.
I wish she was
That
sitting
day we
over
went
there.
and got brunch. Like that was the best burger
Ah,
I've
that
ever
was
had.
that was the best what?
Burger I've ever
I
had.
thought you said
They
birthday. I was like,
put maple syrup on it. It was fantastic.
oh yeah, that shit was
I
incredible.
mean,
It was off the
totally
chain.
unhealthy for you, but
Dude.
you know.
I'm sad that when we went to Cherokee, that the Gordon Ramsay place was not open because now.
It's still not open?
No, it is now. I mean, when you and me went.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when you went. So
Nobody let me know this was a thing tonight. I actually had today off. First of all, it's the day. It's not tonight. And second of all, it's Creighton's fault. I love you. I'm sorry.
wow. I thought I called. Didn't we call her?
Yeah, wait. We did call you.
Yeah, we
and
called
asked
you and
this-
we were like, "Hey,
last
what are you
week.
doing Monday?" And you were like, "I'm working."
Yeah, we did. We did call you about this. When we called you, we told you we
we
were
were
doing
in the
it
line for
this day.
Bohongles.
Yeah, Bohonkulis.
Yeah. So
So
I feel
Yeah.
like this is more on you.
this
Than
is slightly on. Maybe we. I don't know.
maybe we weren't. Maybe we weren't clear. 'cause
Maybe
we
were
did talk
not
about
clear.
a lot of shit.
We did talk about a lot of things,
Yeah.
and it got out of hand, and we
Yeah.
talked,
Went off the
yelled a lot, and
rails,
said
you
a lot
know.
of shit.
Then we started talking about Food Lion, and then like Charlie.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
zoned out.
I've zoned the fuck out
Yeah.
for a while, so who
Mhm.
knows?
Yeah, he's playing Clash of Clans again. Like,
Yeah, it's
a
so
lot's
fun.
changed.
Yeah.
You know,
I had to fill my
Wakanda
time with
Forever
something.
came out. We found out that Logan or
Bro,
that Wolverine's gonna be in Deadpool 3. Like, there's a lot of like comic book stuff.
did you
that's
see
been
Wakanda
happening.
Forever?
Oh wait, did we talk about? Was Kevin Conroy dead whenever we did the
No,
last podcast?
that's new.
That's new too. A lot
Yeah.
of shit has happened.
Rest in peace, Kevin
Yeah.
Conroy.
Yeah.
Our
Made a whole
Batman.
post about
He was
it.
vengeance.
Yeah. He's going to be in the Arkham game that's coming out. Or not Arkham, Suicide Squad game.
Yeah,
that's
this is the
coming out.
last one, I think.
Yeah. So, you know.
Did you? Does that make you sad? That he
Yes. Yes, it's weird. So, it's really, I think, is cathartic the right word?
Cathartic
Cathartic.
is the word.
Yes.
And
let me
or lethargic.
Lethargic.
There's two.
Well, that's sleepy though, isn't it?
Yes, but you said
it makes me really
cathartic,
sleepy.
so I had to tell you which words were which.
Let me
Cathartic
it's
is like therapeutic almost.
It's no. So this is what I was gonna add on to it. Like, so the therapeutic part. I watched an episode of Batman the Animated Series the other day called "Beware the Gray Ghost." Okay, and in that episode, Batman's hero, the Gray Ghost, who's played by Adam West, is Kevin Conroy's Batman and Adam West, and they're like basically have a whole episode together, and it's so weird watching it now, knowing that they're both not around anymore to do this, and like it serves as like a passing of the torch in a way, 'cause he's like, Kevin Conroy's Batman's like, growing up, the Gray Ghost was my hero, you know, he made me want to be a hero, and you know, it kind of like flashes back to this time where it's like a young Bruce watching the Gray Ghosts on TV, and it's one of the few episodes where you see a young Bruce that isn't being traumatized by his parents dying.
It makes me think of Robbie Coltrane when he was giving the interview about Harry Potter right before he died.
Oh, really?
Where he said, you know, I won't be here for forever.
Oh, yeah.
But Hagrid will.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it makes me think of. Like, they're both gone now, but Batman's still here.
Yeah.
And their Batman is still here.
Exactly.
And you watched both of them in the same
But
product.
and it's that symbolic passing of the torch of like Adam West is blessing him, like, yes, you're Batman now for a new generation, and now being that
now he's
generation.
gone,
yeah,
and we have to.
And
now
then
it's Robert Pattinson.
They had he's pretty great too. But then they also had that moment in episode.
We need a new. Do we have? Is there like an established animated Batman right now, like a guy playing him that's doing him well, other than Kevin Conroy? Because Kevin Conroy was doing him all the way up until now.
Everybody likes Jensen Ackles. He was Batman in The Long Halloween,
in
that anime movie. And then there was another guy when he was doing the Dikamu, but I don't really.
No one.
I mean, I don't know his name.
We don't talk about him.
Well, no, he's not bad. I just, like, for the life of me, can't remember his name. So, and it's not that he does bad. He's just very much a new modern take.
Yeah.
You could tell in his performance. But supposedly there's a new show coming out called The Caped Crusader, which is done in, like, the animated series style, but it's not canon to the anime series. And actually it's taking Batman back to his roots, where he's got, like, the old costume, the purple gloves, the ears that are kind of like, like scissors on top, you know.
Yeah, the super tall ones.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see who they're gonna get in that role, 'cause it's drawn just like the animated series.
Do you want to know? I actually know.
What's up? Who?
Do you want to know who it is?
Who is it?
It's me.
Oh, well,
I'm Batman.
You're gonna love who's writing it.
Well, I already know.
It's Bruce Timm and J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, I know. They called me,
Bruh.
and told me.
Get out of here,
I'm Batman. Great.
Get out of here.
Your best friend is Batman.
I was sad when I found out. I was really, really fucking sad.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. I mean, it's one of those things is going to happen eventually. But, like, I mean, he was only 65. No, 66. Yeah. And apparently was cancer, and just, like...
Let's betray his spirit for a moment.
Yeah.
And totally shift and talk about Marvel and the Black
You want
Panther. Wakanda Forever. Because
I haven't seen it yet.
Have you actually not seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've been busy. I still haven't watched Andor yet. I'm behind. But I saw Bullet Train, so, I got that going for me.
We have not had a podcast
in 9 weeks.
2 months.
Yeah.
Do you understand that when we had started, we were talking about
Damn,
Andor?
Amanda said that was for last week. Sorry, Amanda.
Do you understand that when the last time we did a podcast, Andor had been out, and I had already watched it and talked about it?
I blame April. I'm just going to throw her under the bus.
This is all your fault.
Not my own
Look,
laziness.
Andor, I'll let you blame her for Andor.
And
you are terrible for not watching Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
I thought you were going to say you are racist for not watching.
It's the best movie of the phase.
Is it?
Better than No Way Home? It's close, but I think yes.
Okay.
It is unfucking believable. And then, and you haven't seen it. What are we even supposed to sit here? I don't even want to. I want to end the podcast.
And just watch it. Go and watch it.
No,
before
I
you
just
go to
want to
work?
end it and be
Oh.
in
And be
anger.
upset? Oh.
In anger, I want
I
to end
mean,
it.
like, I don't know everything. I've been very good about staying away from spoilers for it. I mean, I know what Ironheart looks like, obviously.
That's
like,
whatever.
But
yeah,
that's
not a big.
that's
spoiler.
what I really wanted
The
to
big
avoid.
spoilers are the story of this one. This one,
Yeah.
like, you could see a lot of different images from any part of the movie, and it's not going to spoil anything.
And I feel good about that. I still haven't seen Black Adam yet either. I really want to watch
haven't yet.
Black Adam.
I don't care about those.
I mean, I know you
I haven't
don't.
seen
but look,
any
I'm
DC
telling you,
movie
that's
other
like
than Suicide Squad.
that's
and
like
Ages.
the sleeping tyrant is gonna
Yeah.
come.
I do think I have to watch them all soon though because of one because Peacemaker apparently is so good.
Suicide Squad was good.
Suicide Squad was
The
great.
one, the
Yeah,
Suicide
but-
Squad, not the
Yeah,
other one.
but mainly because James Gunn is now helming all of it, so that makes me
I'm interested. To
much
see what's
more
gonna happen.
excited.
I haven't seen all of the DCEU movies. I haven't seen Wonder Woman 84. I saw the Snyder Cut Justice League. I saw the original Justice League. I saw
What a fucking turnaround, James Gunn, bro. James Gunn was canceled like 4 years ago. My
Now
man
he's
went from
involved
my
in
man
two
went
cinematic universes.
My man went from fucking full blown like Hollywood cancel culture. Later, brother, you're gone. Like canceled, to not only has he come back and written and directed Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and the
Suicide Squad.
and the holiday special, or the Christmas special, but made not only a better Suicide Squad movie, arguably the greatest DC movie so far in this universe, and now is straight up CEO of the creative development
like what
at
Kevin
DC.
Feige is to
He is
the
Kevin
MCU.
Feige for DC now.
It's
Like, he
crazy,
went
too.
from
That's
straight
what
up-
happens when you make Guardians of the Galaxy movies, Charlie.
Well,
and
that's
they're good.
that's what happens when you are a good creative talent.
Yeah.
Like fuck that. The thing that he got canceled for was so stupid.
It was like an old stand-up joke, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an
From,
old
like-
joke he did when he was like doing comedy fucking 10 years
He doesn't
ago.
even
It's
still
like
do
the
com-
same.
Does he
it was
still
the
do
same.
comedy?
I mean, in his movies, he's.
Well, I
the
mean,
ri-
but he
writes
doesn't
all
do.
that
He doesn't
stuff.
go around and do stand-up. Though.
Probably not, but who knows?
But I mean, like that's the thing. Like, why are we judging somebody's stand-up act? Like,
we shouldn't. I mean, that's
That's-
that's why this whole
like,
cancel
why-
culture thing got so off the hook.
why would
so
you
off the chain
judge
so
somebody's
fast.
morals based off of like a joke that they wrote? you
It
know?
went off the rails very fast. Like
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, dude. Kevin Hart always wanted to host the Oscars,
Mhm.
and they went back and saw him say,
Said something about like if my son was gay or
"Yeah,
something
it was
like
a
that.
joke in one.
My
It's
gay
in
son.
one of his specials.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they found some new shit. Like it's literally a joke he did.
A
Like
long time
if
ago.
we all went back and
Oh, we'd be canceled.
the
so
F
fast.
word that is for gay people, the bad word
Oh.
that rhymes with
You
maggot.
Mean, oh, can I say it?
No,
Oh.
you can't say it.
Why not?
It's a bad word. I
Oh.
don't think you should say it.
Oh.
But that word, I've said it dozens of look, cancel me. I've said it dozens
I
of
think
times
we
in my
said it
life.
at the beginning of this.
We probably did
we
when this
started.
podcast
Not me
started.
and you, but like I think you said it. 'Cause,
I
like,
probably did. Look, it's a word that we before like it was way more mainstream to to not say it.
Mhm.
Like it was just a word in like middle school and high school. That was just the word you said to your buddies.
Yeah.
Like you're this. You're like
Or
shut up,
saying-
you piece of shit. Like
or
it's the
saying
same
you're
as
gay,
that.
like, you know.
Yeah, you're gay. Like that's just what you said. It wasn't like all gay people are bad. You're
No,
gay.
no,
it was
it's
was
just-
simply you're gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's changed. And
Or
I'm,
your mama, you know.
your mama. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm with the change. I don't like saying the word. I don't want to say the word. It's not a good word to say,
No.
but it's a word I've said
Yeah.
many more times
If
than I
they
can
went
count
back
in my
and
life.
played your life. like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
I mean, of course, I'd
Yeah.
get canceled. So many people would get
Mhm.
canceled. Half the people canceling would have been canceled. They've all said these words. They've all said these bad things.
When David was in town recently, we were talking about like how he could just never run for public office because
No.
he'd be canceled so fast.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, are you kidding me?
I mean, granted, that's for different reasons, but like you know.
But for all, the same though, the
Yeah.
same reasons at the same
Yeah.
time. David would never survive any kind of cancel culture scenario.
he would be butchered.
He would get straight up
He'd
annihilated.
have to move to a whole different like country, live on
Yes.
an island,
Yes.
like you know, just retire.
Yeah. But I mean, the good thing, I think the shining light in all of this is that it shows how ridiculous. Now, the shining light is that James Gunn gets to make movies.
Yeah,
But
well,
the other shining light is that cancel culture got a slap to the face with that. Like,
And that
hey,
you are-
look, you tried to cancel this guy for doing comedy
I wish what's her face
and
would come
taking
back.
things serious.
You remember what's her face that's in the first season of The Mandalorian?
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking
Gina
about?
Carano.
Like, I haven't seen any of the other stuff she said, but she made like a joke or whatever comparing.
Well, it wasn't a joke. She was making like a kind of a statement.
Oh, really?
She
What was-
said-
I can't remember what it was. It's been like 3
So-
years or 2 years.
So she's Republican, and she's not like in your face about it. In this moment, she was a little, but not really. She said that when the Holocaust happened, in the beginning, the first people that were what's it called? Shunning the Jews and telling people that they were here were their neighbors, were the people that they lived with, like in Germany and all these places, because it was like they were the others. All of a sudden, the government was saying that Jewish people are bad, and you were like getting rewards for turning them in. And she was basically saying that it was feeling similar in America right now. If you're in like a blue state and you're Republican and people found out, like she was like comparing in that regard that and it was not the super smartest thing to say. And she wasn't, people equated it to saying that the left is Nazis and the Republicans were Jews. And I don't think that's what she was trying to say, but that's what it kind of seemed like to people.
Yeah.
And that's why she got canceled, and that's why they took her off all the Disney stuff. I don't think they should have.
I don't think they should have either. It seemed like an overreaction.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
she
a
had
lot
a
of
fucking
cancel
great
culture.
character.
She was a great character. She had a show.
She had a
show
show
that was coming out.
coming.
She was like the star of a show that was coming
Yeah,
out, like
Star Wars Rangers, right? Or Rangers of the Republic? Rangers of the New Republic?
something like that. Well, that's about those two cops. She was in another one.
When's that one coming out?
I don't
Did that
know.
get
I don't know if that one's
canceled?
happening because she was supposed to be like the big back and forth character from that show. So
Oh, yeah.
who knows? But is that? But I don't know. It's all the cancel culture shit is really annoying. Sorry.
You're good.
But I don't know. Hopefully she comes back. If she doesn't, I mean I have faith, dude. Those Star Wars guys. The greatest thing right now, the trifecta has happened.
Yeah.
We had Kevin Feige doing Marvel. And say what you will about Marvel being repetitive, it's in an incredibly good place. Like all the movies, except to everyone but my brother, are Michael fucking hates Marvel now. He hates so many of the movies. He won't even watch She-Hulk.
Really?
Which look, it's not the greatest show, and it's not even like
to me,
objectively a great show, but it's not terrible. It's a silly, wacky, little fun thing.
To me, like it's just
He won't even watch it.
To me, it's just not for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just.
Did you watch any of it?
I watched a lot of it, and then it just got kind of boring to me.
Yeah.
Which is like again, like I'm not saying it's a
It's
bad
kind of that
show.
show's niche is being the weird out of character.
out of pocket. Yeah.
Its best episodes are the ones where it brings in other characters.
It's a good filler show.
She has great chemistry with all of the characters that are cameos. Every scene she has with Wong is great. The first episode is a straight up. I could watch that whole movie of her and Bruce.
Yeah,
her
that was
and
a good,
her
I would
and
watch a whole movie about that.
her and fucking what's his name?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Jesus. Her and Mark Ruffalo's chemistry together as cousins.
Riding in the car. And
I've
stuff
never
too?
seen cousins on screen make so much sense to me because, like,
Yeah.
we have cousins. Like, it's not really it's not like a bond you see much that is like super
Presented in the
established.
media, yeah.
Like brother sister, very established, very much like a thing that people can relate to. It's a lot harder, I think, to relate to cousins in such an accurate way. But like you're like, whoa, yeah, these two are cousins in this. Like very
honestly,
well.
like, I mean, I know they made them cousins, but they could have told me that they were brother and sister.
Yeah.
And it would have been like, oh yeah, I can see that.
I don't know, they were too close to me.
Oh really? You think so?
Yeah,
You
because I
they're
think with
kissing
no, I think that with cousins you can be a little more like off the chain, if that makes sense. You can say things you don't really say to your
Well, yeah,
sister
you
or
don't have
brother.
to go home to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they really relate. And then also her with Daredevil. Spoiler alert. She's great with Daredevil. She's great with Wong.
I've seen clips
She's great with
of
Bruce.
that. I've seen the Wong thing. I've seen the.
She's great with Emil. Dude, Emil
Yeah.
Blonsky in that second or third episode,
He's funny.
he's funny, but Tim Roth brings his A game to everything he does.
Well,
The moment where he's like crying,
mm,
saying, I thought I was gonna be bloody Captain America. He
he's
really
right though. You know?
he's right. Like he was peddled. If you go back and watch Incredible Hulk, it's a shitty movie. It's definitely the worst, if not second, if not worst movie in the MCU. But His character is just a badass soldier from the UK who is like being subcontracted out to hunt effectively a supervillain in his eyes and the government's eyes in the Hulk. And they jack him up full of the fucking good juice and he turns into the Abomination, and like it totally fucks it. Like they really are peddling here's the new version of the superhero serum. You're going to be super strong and be able to fight the Hulk. And he's thinking, I'm going to be Captain America. And at the time, they couldn't say that yet. They couldn't say the words Captain America.
I mean,
otherwise they would have.
That's the mood, you know?
But that's the move, and that's the, like, in the reality of the MCU, Captain America was real. They would have all heard of him.
And it destroyed this dude's life.
And it destroyed his life.
For
and, like
fucking
and sure,
over
look,
10 years.
Look, this is why I love comic book movies and why I love Kevin Feige, because he makes all of it make sense. Like, say what you will about writing and acting and all of it. Tim Roth is a fucking grade A, tier 1, top of the echelon acting talent. And he's in this little superhero project. And he brings his every acting fiber into this.
That's that Disney money.
And yeah, into that one scene of She-Hulk, the fucking silly, wacky show. And he fucking kills it. He's still great. He's still Tim Roth stood up. And like fucking brings emotion and heart into this a character that has otherwise only been in a fight in Shang-Chi that he doesn't even have fucking speaking lines in.
Is that even him? Like, is that actually him?
It is him acting. Yeah, it's him like doing the motion capture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he motion caps the character. And then otherwise he hasn't been here since all the way back in fucking Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And he looked different too.
Yeah,
Remember
he
didn't have the ears and
yeah,
shit.
they just chalked that up to like evolving,
Yeah.
like being the character for a while. But it's super, and he slays it. He's so good, and like that emotion and that I will never stop singing the praises of Tim Roth. He's an incredible actor.
I like him. I like Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox as
brings
Daredevil
his
is
all,
great. He brings his all. They definitely did change him. You haven't got to that yet, right?
No.
Well, I'm spoiling.
I've seen clips.
Yeah,
of it, but I mean,
he's
I know
like
what
a
you're
legit
talking about.
superhero
like, yeah.
now. It's a little over the top superhero. Like he does like a backflip down the side of a building, grabbing the ledges and shit. Like shit in Daredevil, the show. He is a very grounded superhero.
Yeah.
He's like he can get hurt if he falls 5 feet, like a person's supposed to. Like he can do a backflip. He can do gymnastics. He can do cool shit. But like he can't backflip off the side of a 10-story building, grab the side of it, and then land on a car.
Yeah.
Like that's not realistic.
No.
And that's what they have
Maybe
him
he
doing.
had some of that super soldier suit.
Yeah,
too.
for real. Like that's like the idea now is that fucking gas or like chemical that fucked up his eyes just gave him superpowers now.
Yeah.
Like he's like super duper hardcore.
And then Kingpin's like just fucking
Bulletproof.
Yeah.
Could get shot and fucking
blown up.
hit with arrows. like he's just a fucking he's just
It's
a tank now.
Yeah. I am excited to see Daredevil Born Again.
Yes,
Apparently
I'm excited for
Spider-Man's gonna be in it.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Probably as Spider-Man, probably not as Peter Parker.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
maybe Peter Parker. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the first other superheroes to find out who he is would be Daredevil, and that they're like the two of them know who each other are, and
they're like teaming up against Kingpin and shit.
Yeah,
it's
like that's kind of their thing in the comics
Yeah.
is that like they help each other and know each other. Like Daredevil, when Daredevil needs like an alibi, Spider-Man will dress up as him, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like so that people will get off their back if they think they know who they are.
Well, and like the other thing about it is because like, you know, Kingpin's also kind of a huge Spider-Man villain as well.
Yeah.
Like in the comics and stuff. And supposedly the new direction they're gonna go in is a more street level or oriented Spider-Man.
Yeah, for at least the next trilogy.
Which I'm happy about. You know what I mean? I think we've seen too many big events with Spider-Man.
In the way that in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, to me, the thing they needed to do was make Chadwick Boseman's death make sense and make it be graceful in the story of what was happening.
Right.
And with Spider-Man going forward, they need to do the same thing with Zendaya and Ned's characters and make them make sense. Because I think the idea is that they're still going to be in the trilogy.
I hope they are. I hope
I
he
do
ends
too.
up telling, because that's such a fucking sad way to end.
That
Dude,
ending
No
was
Way
fucking
Home.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And look, I don't care. I am the biggest stan of Zendaya and Tom Holland. Part of me hopes they
They
don't
got
make it.
engaged.
Well, they maybe got engaged. It's still kind of.
Oh, yeah?
It's not super
I
duper.
thought they got engaged for sure.
Well, people said they got engaged. They have
Oh.
not come out and said it themselves.
Oh.
Some people are saying she denied his
Oh.
engagement.
Damn.
Some people are saying, but like it's not super duper official.
Yeah.
At least as of the first couple days when they were saying it was.
Yeah. Me and Charlie got engaged while we were
No.
on break. That's part of why we had to take a honeymoon.
It's not true. Anyway, I hope that if they just keep them in the movies, that's one thing. I really just hope they pull the Band-Aid off and he
or
says
they make
who
Ned
he is.
Hobgoblin over this.
I think they will, and I hope
Ooh.
I hate that a little
Why?
bit.
No, but think of how good it'll be because they were friends. They were brothers, Anakin.
You gotta watch Andor, man.
Yeah.
It's better than The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I think.
You
The
think-
Mandalorian.
Yeah. I'm
Andor
just trying to
is
figure
right
out
there
where
in
Ted
Mandalorian.
Lasso fits in all this. Does he feel more like a DC property or MCU property? This is the part where Charlie's brain explodes and he gets so upset at what I'm saying. He feels more like a Marvel property.
Anyway.
To be honest.
Anyway.
Could you imagine if he was the coach?
Andor
of the Avengers?
legitimately might be the best. It's definitely the best acting in all of Star Wars. Like, by any characters. Like, there are, like, 3 different performances that are better than anything in all of the rest of Star Wars.
Really?
Acting-wise.
Even
yeah.
better than Bill Burr and The Mandalorian?
Bill Burr is
Like,
great
you know
in
what
The
scene I'm
Mandalorian.
talking
I do,
about,
I do.
yeah.
He is great in that scene. But that's one scene. That's one.
Oh, so you're saying like overall?
I'm saying
not just a
overall.
scene.
Like, yeah, it's not like a scene. It's like
Okay.
Stellan Skarsgård probably has the best acting character in the franchise in all of
Is
Star
that-
Wars.
Is that the guy that played it? He's a Skarsgård.
No,
too.
that's Bill Skarsgård. Stellan
Are-
is the guy
Are
who
they
plays.
related?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
They're-
shit.
it's all.
Does he
there's
also
like
have
7.
a really weird
There's like
eye?
7 Skarsgårds in acting
Oh,
that are
really?
all like
brothers,
top of the-
like the Hemsworths.
they're like it's like uncles and sons. It's like
Oh.
it's like a 2 brothers and their kids.
Do they all have that
think.
like weird eye thing going on?
No, I don't know
Oh,
what
okay.
you're talking about. Anyway,
You never noticed? He
stop
has,
it!
like, a
Stop
weird
it! I'm saying a
eye.
thing.
I mean, he
Damn
looks
it.
cool, but he's
Stellan
weird.
Skarsgård. He plays Luthen in Andor, and
He's an Imperial, right?
no,
Oh,
he
damn. He looks like he would be an Imperial.
he God damn it! He's the guy who plays the scientist in Avengers, Thor's buddy.
Oh, that
in
guy?
Thor, yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in Chernobyl. He was in. He's
yeah,
in Dune.
yeah. The dude
Yeah.
whose ass is in Thor too.
What? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
his
he
bare
goes
ass is
crazy.
in
Yeah,
Thor.
yeah,
Yeah, he's at Stonehenge naked.
yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Out of context, that just sounds like a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah,
but-
he's incredible in that movie. And then in this show. In this show, he's like Emmy Award nomination worthy in this. And then the chick who plays Mon Mothma,
it's the same one from Rogue One, right? And the same one from Revenge of the Sith.
I don't know, but she is unfucking. I doubt it's the one from Revenge of the Sith. She's unfucking believable. She might like if he doesn't win, she should. Like they should both be nominated. I don't know if they should win. They should both be nominated for best. I guess best supporting actor, best supporting actress. Mon Mothma could straight up be like the other lead of the show. It's called Andor,
Well, that's
and
why
it's about him, but really it could be about her as well.
Well, she's such a big character in Star Wars that just doesn't have
Not-
anything dedicated.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
her.
say she's a big she's a big name. She's not really a big character until now.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of weird that that it's taking this long for her to actually have like her own dedicated project.
She
like Boba Fett, I get. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
she's
Obi-Wan, I get. But
she's
Mon Mothma-
unbelievable. She has a couple of scenes. She has a bunch of scenes where she's killing it, but she has a couple of scenes in the last like 3 episodes where you're like, where the fuck has this chick been? Who plays her? Like, what's she been?
Look and see if it's the same one from Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Because it would make sense. Like, in real life, it was her. Because Revenge of the Sith has been, God, 10, 15 years
Genevieve
ago.
O'Reilly.
No, 17 years ago.
What's she been in? IMDb. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. God, it was 17 years ago.
Mhm.
That is, we are
Yeah.
so fucking old.
Yeah. That movie's older than Marissa, who is 12.
Wow, she was. That's
It's her?
crazy. Yeah, in episode
Oh
3.
yeah, fuck yeah.
That's fucking crazy. She was in The Matrix. She was in.
But see, the crazy part is most of her scenes got cut from Revenge of the Sith. You can see her in the background, and like there's one cut scene that talks about the and I think this is in Andor, but I'm not really sure. It's like the petition of 3,000 systems or something like that.
She plays Moira in Overwatch.
She's Moira?
Yeah.
That's funny.
She's Mon Mothma in Rogue One.
Mon Mothma's back.
Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I don't recognize much of what she's been in other than Mon Mothma and the
Yeah.
other Star Wars projects.
Wednesday happened too, by the way. while we were
Yeah.
gone.
Well, hold on. Wait. Let me stay
Yeah.
on Mon Mothma for a second.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have not seen her in anything else that she's been in. She's in The Matrix, I guess, but I don't remember who. She plays an officer or something. She is unbelievable in this
Yeah.
show. You got to watch this show already. Like, you got to fucking sit down and watch it.
Well,
And you get to binge it, you lucky fuck. Dude, there are some fucking episodes
that you want to watch like,
with
right
some
away.
cliffhangers. Bro, all I could think about was, like, the next week. Like, I was fucking speedrunning the week, like, just trying to... I was just sleeping so I could wake up and it'd be closer.
I'm gonna tell you some things I've started that are gonna upset you. Aside from Andor,
Okay.
I started the Santa Claus show.
I hate you, I think.
I started Doom Patrol, which is a show that's been out for years.
Why do you keep doing this? Like, why don't you just start watching shit that's modern and, like, in the off season when there's not new stuff coming out, watch the thing. I hate you.
Well, see, that's the thing. There is no off season anymore. Every time I turn around, it's a new thing. It's a new thing. I needed an off season for me. And like
You've had nothing but off seasons for 2 years.
Hear me out.
All you do is watch old shit.
The best thing about this is that now I have a girlfriend. So, like, she suggests random shit that I can also tell you I started, and it'll piss you off. I watched Love is Blind, the newest season of that. I haven't seen anything before that season, though. But it's one of those shows that I went into it. And I went in, like, mid-season. Like, I came over to her house one day, and she was just watching it. And she was like, do you want to change it? And, like, by the time she had asked me if I wanted to change it, I already sat down, got comfortable, and was getting into the show. And this was the point where they were still in their pods. And... And she was
For those who don't know, Love is Blind is a reality show on Netflix where they get men and women and put them in parallel rooms with a wall that they can talk through, but they can't see each other.
Yeah.
And they talk for...
And they have to propose to each other.
It might be
before they
5
see
or
each
6 days. It might be 2 months. But they sit in there and talk and keep talking. If they like each other, they keep talking every day and decide whether or not they fall in love, and then they propose without seeing each other.
Yeah.
And then the day they meet in person, they get married.
Yeah. No, they don't. They don't get
They
married.
don't?
They propose to each other, right?
Oh, and then they propose
see
again
each other,
once
and then
they
they
see
have
each
like
other.
this honeymoon thing,
Yeah,
where they actually get to like hang out, get to know each other physically. Means they
very
fuck.
physically. Yes.
And then they they go and they meet each other's families. They live together for like a week or like a month or something like that. It's a long process.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that month where they've living together, they have the wedding and everything, and they have right there on the altar is the moment they decide.
I watched the first episode of the first season,
And you loved it.
and I loved it.
And then
I got
everything.
10 minutes into the second episode and realized how stupid it was going to get. And then I just hate it. I hate dumb reality TV. The greatest thing, that show, have you ever seen fucking...
It's like junk food.
Have you ever seen Tom Segura's bit about the first 48?
Yes, it's been a minute.
He says the first 48, I'm not going to do the whole bit, but he says the first 48 is a show about real homicide detectives. No, real. They are.
Oh,
real.
they are real?
They are real.
Okay.
It's real homicide detectives investigating a murder for the first 48 hours. The joke is after 48 hours they give up on the murder, and that all the characters, all the people that they're interviewing, they demand to call them by their street name, so it turns into a fucking cartoon.
Yes.
And it's silly and it's funny, but he's right about one thing. He says it is the most compelling television in the world because they are really investigating murder. Like, they are talking to somebody, thinking that they're a murderer,
right,
and trying to get that out of them. It is the most dramatic television you can see. And on the flip side, with Love is Blind, you are watching a real connection form without visuals. You are
Yes.
watching people through their words only fall in love,
Which is beautiful.
and which is beautiful. There are couples from that first season that are still together, like that, like where it worked. And like I'm a person, like I don't know, a lot of my best friends I didn't see or meet for like 2 or 3 years
because of the internet.
because of the internet on Discord. Like maybe saw like a photo of them on Snapchat or something, but like a photo. You know what I mean? Like like Bumper's one of my closest friends on the planet. I didn't see Bumper for like 2.5 years. Like not even a photo of him. I never saw what he looked like at all until I met him. Like so that was like total blind friendship. You know what I mean? Like only our voices. Like it's and like that's a real thing.
That's
that
what hooked
connection.
me in.
That connection is so
That's
real.
what hooked me into the show, and then it just went like it was like it was still good, but it was very much that reality TV stuff that you see on TV all the time. This one bitch, oh my god,
This one bitch.
Zanab or whatever, like she was gonna marry this guy, right? Like, and then as soon as she gets up on stage, like, just tells him off in front of everybody and rejects his proposal in front of his family, her family, and then all of her family side clapped, and she walked out, and all of them walked out too, and like he was just left in tears at the altar. And I
That
was
shit's staged.
well, yeah, by her, but
Well, I just mean the show. Like
Yeah.
he probably knew. Like they probably staged.
I
that
mean
shit.
maybe, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what's real and what's not real, and like I
Yeah.
love sitting there trying to figure
That's the
out.
part of that shit that's stupid.
Yeah, but then but like she's like they bullied him at the reunion and stuff. Was like, oh, you're a terrible person. You made fun of her body and this and that and the other. And then at the end of the reunion, they played the clip like that she's talking about, and all he asked her was like, oh, you're eating a tangerine. We're about to go out to eat. Do you want And then he shares a tangerine with her, and she said, oh, he's calling me fat. And
See,
then
that's why I hate reality
and
TV.
then like on Instagram has been playing like the victim and stuff since then. So Zanab, if you're listening to this, fuck you.
Fuck you, Zanab. I guess I don't know.
I forgot what the guy's name is, but I hope he's doing.
It's
okay.
Mark.
Is it Mark?
I don't know.
Oh.
Creighton.
I think
I
it
haven't-
is
I
an
haven't
inmate.
I
I think
haven't
it's
seen
Matt.
it.
I think his name's Matt.
I haven't seen it.
Well, now I'm just picturing Matt, like our friend.
Yeah,
Matt.
you said that, and it's the first and only thing I can see in my head.
He doesn't look like Matt though. He looks like Matt mixed with Chris Evans.
I hate Matt now.
Yeah. Did you watch
Matt,
the,
I hate. No, I mean our friend.
Did you watch the Bloomin' Onion or whatever it was? That's like part of the Knives.
I
Out?
hate our friend Matt. It's called Glass Onion. The Blooming.
It's part of the Knives Out franchise.
No, I haven't. Have you?
Nope. It's out though. I want to watch it.
We should go see it. What?
It's It's on Netflix.
No, it's not. Not until the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
When do you do you work Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, I work all week this week.
Fuck. Yeah, you did take a lot of days off. I might just go see it without you. Anyway,
Damn.
I hate Matt now.
Why?
Our friend Matt. I've decided that Matt, if you're listening, I do love you, but I'm very disappointed in you. Matt is a very bad friend.
You sound like a dad.
I am. I'm his father.
Are we
right now.
father? Are we both dads now?
No.
Are we
Just
gonna-
me and Mike.
Are
Me
we
and
gonna
Mike.
do dad things?
I'm very disappointed in Matt. He does not respond to anything. He's very disrespectful in the friendship.
Why don't we just
I'm
call
calling
right
him
now?
out super for real right now. I love you, Matt, but do better. He doesn't talk to us. He doesn't.
Maybe he's just busy. Maybe he's
Nah, he
secretly
quit
a
one of
super-
his jobs.
Oh, did he for real?
Yes, and he told us he did like a few weeks ago, and he has not come around. He's not
Damn.
seen us.
Maybe he's finding himself.
Lucky Gingy. Hey man, I swear I thought Matt was here. Said hey, like that was him immediately
Hey
responding.
man.
Hey man. What's up,
Why are we
Gingy?
doing Korg's voice for
Hey
Matt?
man. That's how I hear Matt. Matt is just Korg from
Do you remember we
Thor.
spent like 3 days together at Cherokee, me, you, and Matt,
yeah.
for my birthday? That was fantastic.
So long ago.
And Matt was like total last minute, by the way. It was supposed to be Amanda. Matt, I was like, hey, Matt, you want to go? He's like, sure, man. I'll go.
Yeah, man, let's do it. I'll find some rocks
Yeah.
in a little gym shop.
Yeah.
And my brothers.
Oh, what a good time. We should go back to Cherokee.
I'm going back in February.
Yeah. For
my
your
bir-
birthday?
For my birthday, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
If you want to maybe start planning that.
Yeah. Well, shit. Are you going to get an Ichiban with us this year?
No.
Damn.
I've never gone. I
You
don't want to
should,
go.
though.
I don't think I'm gonna have as good a time as you guys think.
I
Every
think-
time you guys think I'm gonna have a good time, I have a bad time. It's always been that
So
way.
we should just invite you to things we think you're gonna have a bad time with.
No, you should invite me to things you know I'll have a good time, not you think I'll have a good time.
Do better, says the guy who podcasts once every physical.
No, Bedford,
You do better.
Listen, Copenhagen, not my fault. Not my fault this time.
Yeah, it was
His
his. It was his fault last week. Because
Fuck you.
I kept.
It's way more great. It's kind of Amanda's fault, but really, it's definitely Creighton's fault.
I was never my fault. We all agreed that
It's
we were going to
okay.
take
It's
a
his
sabbatical.
girlfriend's fault.
Well, no, it's not her fault either. We all agreed we were going to take a sabbatical, and then we all went on sabbatical for Halloween, and we didn't come back until the next month.
No.
The
Many
12th.
times. Many times I called.
It's
Many
a
podcasts.
It's a Christmas miracle.
To be fair, Copenhagen, I have done podcasts. You just haven't been here for them.
He only watches for us, for me and you together.
Well, yes, that, and I do them much earlier whenever it's
Yeah.
the other podcast. Just
well,
'cause
this is pretty early for us.
it is very early for us.
Yeah.
Charles, weren't you supposed to teach me poker?
Oh, I
Uh,
got.
I mean, we can. You got to remind me about these things. I forget 2%. I'm not going to remember those things. You got to remind me.
I got a front bottom shirt when I went to go see the front bottoms too. And again, so it was a shirt that said I went to see the front bottoms, and all I got was this shirt.
It's going to be this different thing, and it's got like a front butt that you can fuck.
Front butt and back butt.
I don't know your schedule, Charles. It's not about my schedule. It's if I say that, I'm going to forget I said it.
Have you watched Wednesday yet?
No. For the fourth time this podcast, I have not seen Wednesday yet.
Well, I want to talk about it just briefly.
No.
Why not?
Because I haven't seen it. I don't want to
Well,
spoil
I'm not
it.
going to tell you spoilers.
Yeah, you will. You always do.
No.
Everything's a spoiler to me.
No,
You
no,
know
no.
that.
I just want to talk about what's her face, the main actress. She's fantastic.
There you go. You did it.
No. Well, and like the whole cast all around is great. You know, they
Okay.
got what's her name from Game of Thrones, Brienne
Mm-hmm.
of Tarth. Is it Tarth or Tarth
Tarth.
with the TH?
The TH.
Oh, okay.
T-A-A-R-T-H.
Yeah, hard TH.
Anyway.
Tarth. They got Brienne of Tarth. A lot of people were upset about the casting of.
Not now, 2%. In the middle of a podcast.
A lot of people were upset about the casting of what's his Gomez because it's that dude from that's in every '90s movie. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Google his name real quick.
Oh, my God. We're still on your phone, done a podcast. Done a podcast.
On your phone during a podcast, I think is what he's trying to say.
Oh, Durin.
Durin.
Without a G.
Ah, no G.
I don't mess with my phone if I don't have to during the podcast, 2%. X Create. Thank you for following.
Louise Guzman?
What?
This dude. How do you say that name?
Oh, Guzman.
Yeah.
Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
he's great.
He's great, though.
Yeah, he's
isn't he?
great. He's a great actor.
A lot of people are like, oh, he doesn't look like Gomez.
Yeah, well, he's not like the classic. Neither of them are the classic, like, elegant beauty that the originals are.
Yeah. Well, I liked him. He was good. The what's her name that plays Morticia? It's actually somebody like super famous, but I just
You cast of
Wednesday.
Wednesday. I know.
Yeah.
I know what it's called.
Okay.
Marilyn is Christina. Oh, Christina Ricci came back and played someone.
Yeah,
That's funny.
she came back and
Marilyn
played
Thornhill.
yes.
Marilyn Thornhill.
Yeah.
Morticia. Oh, Catherine Zeta-Jones played
Yeah.
Morticia. What? To that Gomez?
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the people.
Fred
Hello
Armisen's
from
in
the
it.
Barbarossa, Scotland. Oh shit. That's either
The Barbosa in Scotland.
yeah, that's either Caitlin or Ben. That's her Caitlin. That's
You
my
got
word's not coming to me. That's April's brother and his wife.
Okay. Hello, April's brother
Yeah.
and wife. I
Oh, it's Ben.
Benny boy.
Benny boy.
What's up, Benny boy? Hello, Ben. I am your sister's boyfriend's husband.
Wait, what?
I'm your husband.
Oh yeah,
is the
there you go.
joke.
Yeah,
Is the joke.
Okay. So my mind went to Sarah, and I was like, 'cause
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And I
You were
was
like, April's not his sister.
yeah. I was like Travis.
Travis. Did you know Michael Douglas got throat cancer from eating Catherine Zeta-Jones's box too frequently? First of all, you spelled "too" wrong. Second of all, wow. Did not know that. That is incredible.
We're just throwing out.
That is a very fun fact.
We're just throwing out all kinds of mid-90s
Crazy pop
actors.
knowledge.
Yeah. When I saw it was Catherine Zeta-Jones,
It's 100% true.
my mind immediately went to Michael in The Office, going like, "My wife, Catherine Zeta-Jones." You know, in his movie that he's actually I'm wearing the shirt. Threat Level Midnight. This is the part where I flash
You're
Charlie.
actually
out
wearing that
Yeah.
fucking shirt.
Yeah, see, it's a threat level. You can't see it because my wire's in the way, but it's a Threat Level Midnight shirt.
Yeah, the wire's in the way. That blocks the whole shirt.
Yeah, there we go.
Creighton had a legit complaint that there's a wire in front of us.
There's 3 wires in front of us.
There's only one in front of us.
No, but it's
blocking our
like
vision.
blocking your lower body and your top body, like the air above your head. And I need to see all of it, frame by frame, or not frame by frame, inch by inch. And that's where we are. What else happened? I feel
No
like
wonder
there's
we
something
didn't do
else
one of
we
these
missed.
for so long.
How was your Halloween? Did you have a good Halloween?
No,
Why is Creighton
I didn't
dressed
even
like
didn't
Seth
even
Rogen?
have one.
Wait,
Seth Rogen, well, you are dressed
you
like
were
Seth Rogen.
you were working Halloween, right?
Yeah,
Because it was Monday. Yeah. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did.
I ate at 5 different Thanksgivings this year.
That makes sense. You have a lot of family now,
Well,
more than usual.
well, so this is what
You didn't
happened.
even come to mine. That's kind of bogus.
I
but
was
okay.
so upset. I wanted to come to yours. I love seeing your nana and like your grandpa. I love them.
I know.
They're so much fun. Somebody's calling you.
It's my father.
Oh,
I'm just gonna tell him we're live.
okay. Put him on speaker.
Hold on. Hello. I'm not doing that.
Oh, damn! I thought you put him on speaker for real.
Hello.
What if he's like, I'm here?
Hello.
What if he's at the door?
He might be. Can you hear me?
For those of you that don't know, Charlie's dad only comes to his house to make phone calls. He never is here for anything else other than just to like make phone calls. And the crazy part is, every time I've been to Charlie's house within the last 3 months, Charlie's dad has been here in some form or capacity.
What's up? I'm live on the podcast. Right
Oh, he's on the phone right now with him. But
I am working, but I'm
literally the last time I was here, he was here. He gave April a pop socket. I love his dad so much. And then we had an in-depth conversation for 3 hours. Your dad's the greatest.
What?
Your dad's the greatest.
Why do you say this?
Well, number one,
I agree, but why do you
he
say
only comes over to your house to make phone calls in the
That's-
driveway.
That is
And then-
shenanigans.
And then
Slander.
and then number 2, like every time that I've come here, like in the last 3 months, he's been here in some capacity. Like he's either here physically, just here in the driveway, or he calls you while I'm here, and like we just all have a in-depth conversation for like 3 hours. It's pretty great. And then last time he was here, he gave April a pop socket. So sometimes it's like Charlie's.
Have they
dad
talked
is
about Kanye? Yes, we did.
We briefly
We
talked about
briefly-
it. We didn't go in depth because we were just like, this is all the stuff that happened while we were gone, and the world's on fire.
When my dad, here's how stupid Creighton is. My dad was here the other day, and Creighton was talking about
politics.
just the grossest sex shit.
Oh yeah,
talking
no,
about
so
like
this was my
jerking off
question.
and like finishing on people's faces
no,
and
no,
shit.
No. My question was, so in porn when they have the POV shots, right? Like, because he brought up this huge ass.
See,
camera.
I bring it up as I can't believe he said it, and then he's like, "Ooh, we could talk
No,
about
no,
that."
no. Like you brought up how you used to have this big ass camera rig to like do first person, not first person, but to do certain shots.
No.
And
He had a My dad had a GoPro camera,
yeah.
and my dad said, "What did you use this for?" And you said maybe it was for point of view in porn,
yeah.
and then went into it.
Yeah, because like
excruciating
in my
detail, the kind of porn you watch.
I don't watch it. I just am saying I've seen it around.
Yeah.
I know a guy who watches it. But my point is, like, if it is a POV shot in porn, are they wearing like a whole ass vest?
No, they're
and
usually
rig?
just holding a camera.
But like
they're
that's
just pointing
gotta
a
be
camera.
so distracting, right? Like you're sitting there, you're
They're
trying
professionals, Creighton.
like you're trying to nut and stuff, and then like this. Like,
well, that
you're having to
helps.
hold-
It helps that it's hard for them to nut because it lets them last.
I
a
always
lot
thought
longer.
they just take like pills or something to like you know.
Sometimes they can just no. A lot of them can do it on command.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Like, could
it's-
you
it's
imagine
crazy.
nutting on command?
There's a comedian named Nikki Glazer, and another one I can't remember the other guy's name. They're both comedians, and they did a show with 2 porn stars where they, with microphones, spoke to the porn stars through earbuds in their ears and had them enact a porn based on the ridiculous shit they were telling them to say. And, like, the porn stars had sex on camera, said all the crazy shit they were telling them to say while they did the porn, and then, like, literally on command, the dude was like, okay, now come. And then he did. Like, it's like they just those look. There are pros in
Now-
everything. Those motherfuckers are professionals.
Now, let me tell you
they know
what-
what they're doing.
Let me tell you where my mind
It
went
was
to.
disgusting.
My mind went to a carnival, okay? And, like, you know, the
Wait, hold on. No. What do you mean your mind from what?
No,
When
let me
said,
finish.
what did I say where your mind, you said my
you
mind
said they
went
could
to
do
it.
it on command.
Okay.
And my mind went to a carnival where, like, you know, you have the stack of bottles, and he's like, they hand him the ball, and he's like, no, thank you. And he whips out his stick and just, like, shoots it, like, you know, comes out and shoots it, you know, like, draw, and then uses his nut to knock down the bottles. like a cum shot, Charlie.
Yeah, you can adopt me, I guess, 2%. My life's going nowhere, as you can see, based on the conversation I'm having. I need some kind of stability, something that can help me in my life.
Oh, man. Anyways, I watched Kanye's West rant on Wars, and it was fantastic. I mean, everything, like, you ever watch, like, a car crash happen, and you're like, it can't get any worse than this, and then the next sentence came out.
And then the next car hits the
Yeah.
fucking wreck. They both catch on fire. A baby's in there. You can hear it, but you know you can't
I know
save
the
it.
best comparison. Okay, I saw this video recently where it was like snowing somewhere and the roads was iced and the cars kept stopping and sliding into each other. It was like that, but with sentences, and it was It was
And
like
Kanye was all of the cars.
and like it. So the first thing I ever saw of this was
it had to be bad to make Alex Jones uncomfortable.
It made
Yeah.
Alex Jones look like he was a professional, like, news person. Like,
I mean,
it
he is.
I mean, he is, but, like, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
as opposed to what the, like, crazy shit he says normally. But, like, the
Well,
first
compared
thing,
Compared to both Fox and CNN and all the news being fucking
yeah,
saying bullshit all the time,
Yeah.
honestly, they're all in the same.
the
I
first,
see them all as the same.
The first impression I had of this, I'm gonna explain it to you. I was on Instagram. And all I saw was that screenshot of him wearing, like,
The weird mask, yeah.
the GIMP mask and, like, the jacket, and
you
it
can't
just
say
said,
that. That's
what?
a bad word.
What?
You can't
Gimp
say
is a
that.
bad
Yeah,
word?
don't say you said it
What?
again. Don't, it's
Why
a
is
bad
that
word.
a bad word?
It's a derogatory word.
I thought it was like that's what that's called, isn't it?
Some yes, but it's not. I'm pretty confident. I'm like 97% sure that's a bad word.
Oh, well, my bad. Sorry.
Sorry, somebody.
I didn't know. I thought that was the term for that mask. But anyways, we're getting hung up on, like, the minute thing. The point is, I saw this and it says Kanye West a Nazi, and I was like, is that Kanye under that mask? And then
Oh
I
my
went,
god! Imagine it wasn't.
and then I went and played the clip. And he said, "Can you type that in chat so I can research it?" Anyways, I went and watched the clip, and I was like, "Wow, that is Kanye under there." I
I
mean,
love
at least
having-
it sounds.
I love
cool.
having 2% here. Like he's like our research guy.
And I just, like, so in there, before the whole Nazi thing, like, he talks about his mom, and, like, I think he said she died in plastic surgery or something like that.
Kanye's mom.
Yeah. Or at least that was the implication from what I saw in the interview. And then he gets to that part of the rant where he's talking about, like, there is no celebrity that, like, I consider my equal or whatever except for Ray J. And he's like, I want my mom to come and see me. And I was like, what is happening?
The noun gimp is sometimes used to describe a limp or another physical disability, although it's an outdated and offensive word to use. It's kind
Oh.
of like a mean word to use for crippled people.
It's got a different meaning. Oh.
Yeah, it does have a different meaning.
I think it was a tit job. What?
The plastic surgery.
Oh. Oh, really? So she died from that?
You can.
Hmm.
I don't know if she did.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, the way he was talking is like the implication was she was dead and that she died from plastic surgery, which I didn't know. And so I was learning all kinds of new stuff about Kanye. That his mom died from plastic surgery.
Breast reduction. I just looked it up.
But like the thing is,
Damn, her boobs are too big. And she was getting them fixed, and she died for it.
damn. The thing is, is like it's like he was trying to tackle so much and just fucking up how he was saying it. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I think
That's what he always does.
yeah, I think
He did a podcast with Lex Friedman recently, and it is just so, like, the shit he said some crazy shit on there. And Lex is a very compassionate, very intelligent person, and he's trying to, like, talk him off the ledge in society and have him rest in peace.
I read it and I was like, I don't want to interrupt Charlie because he's saying something very meaningful and important. And the Copenhagen comes in here and is like, rest in peace.
I love you so much, Copenhagen.
Also from straight to
Died because she wanted to fix her back pain. From Urban Dictionary, LOL. An insult implying that someone is incompetent, stupid, etc. can also be used to imply that the person is uncool or won't do what everyone else is doing. A sex slave or submissive, usually male, as popularized by the movie Pulp Fiction.
the sex slave part was the part I was getting.
Yeah,
at.
no, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all knew what you were trying to say. It was a car crash off a cliff into a volcano made Alex Jones look like an angel. Yeah.
You think Alex Jones knew that? Bring him on. He was like, my image could use some boosting, so we're just gonna bring on Kanye
No.
in a mask and just
No.
let him do his thing.
No, I think he was. I think Alex.
He looked
genuinely-
surprised.
Yeah, I think he genuinely wanted to help Kanye, because I think he thought he was but Kanye just
He dug the hole.
he
so
digs that
deep.
hole.
Yeah.
He just makes it so hard on everyone.
It went from being like a hole in the ground to a mine shaft
Yeah.
to hell.
Yeah, he's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn, he's got some good music though.
Well, see, that's the like crazy part. It's like, man, can I listen to Kanye now, or is it gonna be
yes,
wrong?
of course you can.
But
I don't care. Never mind.
I
almost
think
said some
I think
fucking
everybody
reckless shit.
understands what he was trying to say. Is like like people, whatever about being good, people are good or whatever. But like you don't use Hitler as that part
Yeah.
of that analogy.
Yep.
'Cause like Hitler was not good.
Yeah, maybe when he was like 8 or 9.
Which I can't believe
Somewhere along the way.
I can't believe I'm having to say that Hitler was not good. I think we all understand that, Hitler was not good. It's like, the sky's blue. And Hitler was bad.
The sky's blue and Hitler was not good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He really was. Not the he was not the best guy in the world.
Maybe Kanye made a deal with the devil and like he's like, all right,
Maybe he made a deal with Hitler.
I can make fantastic music, right? But you can't talk. Like you can't
should just
you can't use words.
never
properly.
talk in front. And Kanye just had it. He was like, I've got some great ideas.
Apparently he's running for president.
That shit is not gonna happen. Not anymore. If there was any doubt, it just
Now, could you
happening
imagine
now.
going back in time 4 years ago and, like, knowing what you know about Kanye now and being like, hey, like, one day your wife's going to leave you for Pete Davidson. And then he's like, what? And then you're going to come out on InfoWars as a Nazi. Like,
What?
Now, those two things might not have anything to do with each other, but you don't know.
Kanye is generally based. He just doesn't know how to word things. People forget so quick, though. They're not going to forget this shit, bro.
Yeah, not for a while.
This is some pretty fucking reckless shit.
He just
that he
needs to
said.
take, like, a couple weeks off, go get a massage.
Couple years, yeah.
Like
Massage
just
every day.
you know what he needs to do? He just needs to like do whatever Louis C.K. did for like what it was it like 4 or 5 years.
Yes,
and now he's
2%.
back.
Have you seen Biden's administration?
People
Yeah.
are so quick to forget.
No, people are so quick to want to forget.
Yeah.
Like the people I am around, I live in South Carolina. The people I'm around have never forgotten any of it. It's just a giant
There's
list.
guys around here that still talk about the Civil War.
Yeah, they really are. I legitimately, I'm not kidding. I know people who still say and mean it that the South will rise again. They are waiting for a war. They are waiting for somebody to invade. They're waiting for this crazy civil war that's supposed to be happening so that the South can fucking win that shit. Like, there are some genuinely fucking
Yeah. It's wild.
moronic people in this world. But there's also people who don't forget, and they definitely have not forgotten about this fucking administration. It's all they talk about is how ridiculous it is. I mean, it's all about where you're at. Like, in the same way that people in blue states or in cities are, like, never going to forget about any of the bullshit that Trump did, the same shit's happening here with Biden. Like, no one wants to come together and decide that they're both ridiculous. Everyone wants to pick the side and attack the side that they don't like.
Yep.
When in reality,
They're
both
both
sides
ridiculous.
were ridiculous. The fact that we've had 2 presidents in a row like this that are just absolutely fucking
We should just start
batshit
over.
crazy. Well, it's hard. It's hard to start over.
Yeah, like me and you.
The
We'll
furtive pygmy is so easily forgotten. No one remembers the pygmies. There's only so many left.
Who remembers the Furbies?
As someone who lives in Texas, I've never heard anyone say it unironically. Say what?
The South will rise again.
Oh.
No, well, see, that's
Yeah.
the difference. That's Texas.
Yeah, Texas is not the South.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not.
I
the
mean,
same
it is,
thing.
but it's not.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not the same South. It's a
Yeah.
different. Like, come here. Well, they won't say it around you.
No, they won't say it.
Yeah,
It-
2%
it's
black.
like you have to be like.
I wish you could be a fly on the wall
Yeah.
at my job.
Roll Tide, feller.
Roll Tide, fella. Biden tweeted about banning semi-autos the day after trading for the merchant of death. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't believe they made that trade.
I can't believe they made that trade. That was the other wild thing that I saw that happened. I was like, we're trading who for who now?
We're trading a war criminal
For a WNBA player.
for a WNBA player. Listen, what happened to Brittany Griner was terrible.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
it's
don't wish it on
horrible.
anybody, let alone Americans, any person from any country. I don't think anyone should be put in prison for that long. But I don't think we should have traded a fucking war criminal for her.
It's just
Look, Brittany, somehow, if you ever see this, I'm sorry. I don't mean this against you. I can't believe that our
Well-
country decided to make such a trade just because the public pushed them around.
Yeah,
That's
2%.
that's the biggest show of this administration is that people can complain about a person going to another country, knowing the laws and breaking them, and getting in trouble for it, and trading a war criminal for that person.
2%.
I don't think what you did, Brittany. I'm talking to Brittany right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
I don't think what you did was wrong, but you knew
what
that what you were doing. Like you were making that risk the same way that anybody where I'm from makes that risk when they do the same thing because it's not legal here. Like it's a ridiculous scenario.
2%.
Fuck the WNBA player. She brought
Ooh.
weed, which is illegal in the States, into a hostile nation where it is also illegal. Yeah, no, I'm with
Well,
you.
yeah. No, look.
He also
I-
tweeted about being pro-union after forcing union workers to accept a deal they don't want. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, look. I don't think you should be like fuck her because like it's not her. She didn't make the decision to do the trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she did make the decision.
She did make
to
the
go to that
decision
country.
to get in jail. That part is stupid. But it was not up to her. Like, hey,
Leave
what if-
Brittany alone.
what if you get out of jail, but we give them this war criminal? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
wasn't her decision to sign off on. She was dumb for doing that stuff and being locked up.
She
but-
brought weed? She could have refused the trade. She could have refused the trade, but she wasn't.
But
gonna
like
do
at the
that.
same time, like you're locked up in a foreign country prison, like that we don't know anything about, like what the conditions were like there. I mean, think about it. If you're like in that situation, any way out you're gonna take. Hell,
Yeah.
I think if you're in prison here, any way out you're gonna take. So like, I think it's their fault for giving her the option with that kind of trade.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like you say that. Like there's in House of Cards, there was a character, a gay character, who was in Russia,
remember
who
that
was a
episode.
political prisoner
Mhm.
for being gay because it was illegal there,
Yeah.
and he just kills himself rather than be traded because he
Yeah.
didn't want his country to settle for for trading. It's like the same situation.
Yeah.
Like I think
Oh,
in,
it
I
is,
think in
isn't
I
it?
think in the
Yeah.
show it was a war criminal and everything.
And it was Russia. It was.
Yeah, and it was Russia. Prisoner's dilemma. Based. I hate based. Based is the dumbest word that's ever been invented.
Did you see Going Goblin got put in the Webster English Dictionary this
No,
year?
not
And it was-
going. It's
or Goblin mode.
goblin mode. Yeah.
And
Such a hot take from Creighton. Prison isn't fun. Yeah, Creighton. I can't.
the
believe
worst
you
part
say
about
such a
prison is Dementors.
thing. The worst part about prison was the Dementors.
Yeah.
I fucking. Steve Carell's an icon.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, Biden administration is fucked. The Trump administration was fucked.
Wednesday was good though.
Wednesday was good.
Charlie
Brittany
hasn't watched
Griner
it yet.
should be in jail. I'm kidding. She shouldn't have been traded for a war criminal. We should have traded her for like a fucking Russian who came over here and like ran over a dog or something. Like we should have just traded for another person who broke like a fucking normal law, not war crimes.
I want to tell you a story real quick about the girl who plays Wednesday and like how she's even.
Stop looking at your phone.
No, I'm pulling you up to tell the story. In my book, she's become even better because of what she's done. So she said, Wednesdays, Jenny Ortega revealed in an interview that her favorite YouTube channel is Red Letter Media, who is one of my favorite YouTubers.
Yes, we've had this conversation.
Her quote is, "I really enjoy watching Mike and Jay's shenanigans. Rich is adorable. The BOTW, which is one of their shows,
Breath of the Wild.
Best of the Worst.
I know.
No, that would be great too. Is always great, and it's very popular with people on the autism spectrum." Now, I immediately saw that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, she's one of us. She makes fun of herself. She's making fun of us." So I sent that to Carly. Let me tell you what our friend Carly, you know, that Carly. And I sent it to
Our
her.
wacky friend.
This is her first text.
Is she in California? Did she go to California or did she stay here? Okay.
This is her first text back. She said, "If she isn't on the best of the worst episode next year, I'm burning their studio down." Then her next text was, "Wait, did she call us autistic?"
Yeah, that's Carly. That sounds about right. Charlie getting on Creighton, but literally read my tweet. First of all, that was a message. It was a direct message. It was not a tweet. I wouldn't have read it if it was a tweet because I wouldn't have gotten notified. You salad.
Unless
Anyway,
you have your notifications.
second, did y'all talk about the Game Awards?
Oh, no, we didn't.
We did not. Have you seen
no.
anything about it?
No.
Christopher Judge won Best Performance for God of War, playing Kratos.
Obviously. He's great.
He
He's
is great.
fantastic.
I'm not done with the game yet, but so far it is fucking unbelievable.
Let me tell you how great he is. I haven't played any of the games, but the clips I've seen of him, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely that character. Now, does he voice him in the original games? Because I know there's a couple of God of War games before.
No,
No?
he just does the new ones.
Okay. Are those canon to this?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
The originals are canon. I'm getting another goddamn.
But the
I
originals,
thought it was 2% for a second.
the originals dealt with Greek mythology, right?
Yes, the original is Greek mythology.
And those are three.
There are three of them.
Okay.
There's God of War 1, 2, and 3, and then now 4 and 5. But really, just God of War, Ragnarok. They don't put numbers in it.
Oh, okay.
It was God of War and then God of War Ragnarok.
And like, so he just left Greek mythology and went to go fuck with the Norse.
Yeah, I mean, like the idea is that it's all in the same, like, world, kind of.
But not like same mythologies.
Like, well, no, the same mythologies all exist. It's like anything. It's just the idea is that all the mythologies are, like, have reality to them.
What's his backstory? Because I don't know anything.
Anything? Okay, so
I mean, I know his
This
name's
is-
Kratos. And
this is the very fast summary. He made a deal with Ares, the Greek god of war.
Mm.
'Cause Ares, this part I'm a little flimsy on, but long story short, Ares didn't want to do something, and Kratos died, and he talked with Ares and said that if he brought him back, he would be his, like, champion, and he would do his bidding in the normal world. And so he said okay, he let him do it, and then he sent him on a, like, fury, like a vengeful fury in a, like, village, telling him that it was raiders or something, and then Kratos goes into, like, a blind rage and kills a bunch of people and wakes up from the rage, basically, and has realized that he killed his wife and daughter, his own wife and daughter. And and when he did that, he burned them in a pyre, and the ashes stuck to his skin, and that's why he has that white, like, very white skin. It's like that's the ashes of his dead wife and daughter.
Yeah.
And so he went on a vengeful
Kill the gods thing.
thing.
Oh,
and
like,
killed Ares and realized that Zeus was his father and killed Zeus. Kills all the gods. Just goes on a fucking rampage and killed not all, but he killed a lot of the gods, most of the gods. I don't know if it was all of them or not, but he kills the fucking gods.
I saw him kill Poseidon on like a clip the other day, and I was like, damn. Is he like?
Did y'all see the kid through at the end? Though at the
I've
end,
seen
I
the
did.
clip of that too.
Yeah, that was funny.
So what happened with that?
I don't know the story, but he said he wanted to dedicate it to Bill Clinton or something. Something. I don't know. It was weird. I couldn't. It was so
that
cringy.
was clearly a Bill Clinton plant.
Yeah.
He's planning on running again in 2024.
Right, totally. That would be hilarious.
He comes out with
He
the
can't though.
saxophone.
He can't. He can't run again.
He comes out with the saxophone. He's like, guess what, y'all?
Supposedly he was on Infowars, but I found no proof. Supposedly
2%'s doing
being
our
the
research
key-
for us.
Yeah, supposedly being the very key word right there. Oh man, I missed this.
Yeah, this has been great.
This is a good podcast so far. I've
Yeah.
enjoyed this.
Yeah, I found my caricature the other day from Star Wars Day from like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
You
looks
should bring
just
it.
like yours.
you should bring it and like
put
hang it up.
Put it next to yours.
Well, not next to mine. We
I
got.
wanted to
If
put
we
it
do,
next
we
to
should hang them up next to each other.
Yeah.
This setup is like great, but it's like not done. Like I need a couple things. I need to do a couple of things to make
I
it
need a
better.
shelf behind me
Not a
to
shelf,
put all my
but
stuff on.
something similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
And I need more room for my laptop because this is not going to work. I didn't bring my laptop today.
The laptop would work. That
Oh,
monitor
well,
just wouldn't
I guess
go
I
there.
could put the monitor over here and put the laptop right here.
Yeah, the laptop would
And
be
then
fine.
put the camera on the laptop.
Yeah.
Or put the laptop over there and the camera
Oh my God, it doesn't matter.
and the camera up here.
How's the gym been for you, Charles? Got to get Creighton's slacker ass there as well. Yeah, I agree. I should get him in it. My particular gym grind has been fucking non-existent.
Yeah. That's mostly the kitchen
Yeah,
situation, though.
basically the same amount of time it's been since we did a podcast. Me and my roommate have been
Destroying your
remodeling our kitchen, and our kitchen is connected to our home gym. So like right now, our home gym is just covered in like drywall dust, and we basically there's no point in cleaning it until the kitchen remodel is done because there's gonna be dust all over the place. I thought you were looking kind of small. Yeah, I'm very thin.
he's
I've lost a
very
lot of
shrimpy.
weight. I could still beat the fuck out of Creighton, but I've lost a lot of weight. I'm eating like garbage. I've been eating terrible for 2 months.
Dude, I ate so good this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So also, just quick shout out to April. Like this was like, she said it wasn't, but it basically was like a Christmas present for me. Like this whole weekend, like we went to these fantastic restaurants. We went to like this place called the Blind Tiger in Charleston. It was great. We had breakfast at this place called like Ball Falls or something like that. Dude, the
I
French
love when my balls fall.
the French toast that I had there was the size of your head, and it was so fluffy. It's so good. And it had fruity pebbles on it.
That sounds amazing.
It was fantastic.
Does Creighton maintain his facial hair, or is he so ingrained with Southern white trash DNA it grows in naturally like that? No, that is all a choice. Creighton's facial hair looks like that because he decides to let it look like
No,
that.
this actually I
looks
haven't
terrible.
touched since.
Yeah, that's what he means.
Since
That's what he
October-
means. You don't
since
touch
October
it.
28th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's gross.
But I'm gonna shave this tomorrow, like the side.
always
the
says that.
sides.
Charles, you're still gorgeous. Thank you, 2%.
Mhm.
Creighton, if you were in shape, you'd be a super good-looking lifeguard. You know those slow motion ones from the movies?
You mean the ones from Baywatch?
Yeah, you'd be like a Baywatch. I agree.
That was a show.
Dale, there's a movie. It's both.
I know, but the movie wasn't that good.
How dare you? It was incredible. Heartburn. Dale Heartburn. Yes, that's
Well,
Creighton.
Yeah, spelled Hearburn at first, but you know.
Creighton tried to get in shape.
I was doing good.
Creighton was doing very well before COVID hit. I must say, Creighton was probably down. He was big, and he was probably down 20 or 25 pounds in like 3 months. Going to the gym
Which
very
I
regularly
I
with
still
me.
have like kept a good chunk of that weight off. Before I went to the gym, I was like 250, 260, and I'm still at like 225, 230.
If Amanda, if you're still listening, I love you. But I'm gonna say a thing. I know how you think of things. So I'm just saying this because of how I'm taking an insurance policy out of myself right here. I love you, so don't take this the wrong way. If you are to start coming and doing these more often, you and I again, just the two of us, with Amanda, whether she's here or not, you should start coming over a couple of hours early, once the gym is done, and eat good. Use the gym, like take advantage of that, 'cause
Really get my sweat on.
well, okay.
I want to get sweaty with you.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Now we might turn this room here into a legit sauna. That's another plan we have because it's like already built to be a sauna.
Mhm.
So we kind of want to do that. Excuse me. And you could do that too, like legitimately get sweaty, like do the sauna, use our gym, like take advantage of it, like use that shit, like 'cause you could, for real, like if you don't get in decent shape in the next 4 or 5 years, it's gonna be really hard for you, like after a certain point to bring it back. Like we are at the age where is like if we can just sort of halfway maintain it for the next 4 or 5 years, we'll always be able to stay in decent shape. But the best thing to do is to get in good shape right now and try and stay in decent shape forever. Just stay active, stay moving, not just walking around. Like pick up heavy things, put heavy things down. Like that shit is important.
I want to get in shape and wear my Batman cosplay for Ichiban.
Are you still against drinking, or is it just weed? No, I have done, but I was never against drinking. I was against underage drinking and against drinking against drinking at the ages that we say it's allowed.
Copenhagen said Charlie is anti-alcohol but pro-female on male pedophilia. I'm truly a man of conviction.
I'm not pro that at all. How dare everybody? It's much easier to get in shape once you've been in shape. That's true. Creighton, pick up Charles and put him back down.
Oh, we could do that every day. I'll just
that's
pick you up once.
No.
I'll hold you tight and then put you back down.
No. I can drink with Charles when I visit. Well, you can drink while I'm there.
Oh, that reminds me.
I'm not going to drink. I might do a shot. I might do a shot of something with you, but I'm not gonna do much.
I've got some whiskey with me if you want to try some.
I don't want to.
It's like a winter blend.
Okay.
Tastes like cinnamon.
Yeah.
Actually, it's April. She was like, "You can have the rest of this."
Okay.
And then she was like, "Chug it," and I was like, "No."
Excuse me.
Wait,
I myself do not drink 2%, but I will drink. Like I might do a shot of something like whiskey or something with you, but I'm not going to be. I will not drink. Like I will not be drinking.
If we're listing our stance, though, I am pro lobby, so I think we should have more lobbies.
2% is talking about coming up and visiting.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Where's he at now? Is he in Florida?
He lives in Texas.
Oh, okay.
But he's talking about coming and visiting sometime this summer. If he were to come and visit,
I'm down to see him. Physically.
Charles, you can take shots of weed. Yeah, totally.
There you go.
I love Charles' face when Creighton says something that Charles just said he hasn't seen or won't do. Hold on, wait. I love Charlie's face when Creighton says something that Charles just said he hasn't seen or won't do. Can you give me an example of that?
I think he's talking about the alcohol.
I'm still in Texas. I'll visit when there's an opportunity in the half year. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, what's a half year?
Anyway.
That's like 6 to 5 months.
That's like June.
Not 65 months.
Like June.
Oh.
I just said it.
How many is 65 months though?
How many months is it?
No, how many what's that in years?
In years?
It's gotta be like what, 10?
No, it's not. Way less than 10.
It's like half of 10. It's like 6.
48 and then 48 and then 50. 50 is 5. So
it's 5.41 years.
Is that right?
I did
60. How many?
I did 65 into 12. And you got 5.41. So like 5 years and 4 months.
12 and 12 is 24. 48. 48. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That's how often this podcast airs. Exactly. Charles' face when he said he doesn't really drink, but Creighton immediately asked if he wants to try to.
See, I told you that's what it was.
Yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. 2%.
Charlie's like, I don't like women. I'm like, what about a girlfriend?
It's not. That's. Why would you stop putting things? Stop putting words in my mouth. You son of a bitch.
I didn't realize the backup singer for the Front Bottoms. I don't know if she's a woman, but she looked like a woman, so I didn't know it was a woman till we were watching the concert, and I was like, wow, that's cool. Makes sense. For a lot of what they're singing and stuff. That's a random thought, but I thought about it whenever I called you gay, because I was like, I saw that she had a gay pin on her, the rainbow flag pin on her little guitar strap, and I was like, immediately oh, she's gay. But but then in my mind, I was like, what if she's trans? And I'm like, fucking this up. I should really do my research.
You should really do your research
before I start talking about this stuff on air. He's gay. I mean, he's blind.
Oh man, me and Michael and Faith did we do a podcast called the Triple G Podcast.
Yeah,
and we did one yesterday, and the last 10 minutes we were just watching clips that we've saved on Twitch of the channel, throughout all the podcasts and gaming and all of it. And man,
all of us,
of all of it, from all the shows, we were just looking at different clips, and man, there are some fucking You and me, we'll end this in a minute, and we'll watch a few. There's some great. I don't want to watch them on this show. This is like a more.
I love.
It's crazy to me doing this show again. How formatted it really does feel because of how often we've done it.
Well,
like we are good at this. Like,
and we haven't missed a beat.
that's what I mean. Well, we've missed beats in the past.
No, but what I mean is
this episode,
as opposed to what we normally miss.
I just mean, not even that we haven't missed a beat. Just even if we do miss a beat, like we haven't done this in 2 months. We are so comfortable doing it. It's so much easier doing it. Because Michael, I love my brother to death, but he doesn't he just sits here and talks to me and tries to be funny. Like he's like trying to be funny, and I want him to keep doing it. I like eventually, it's like when we started. Eventually, it will get like this, hopefully, where it's like this. It's just so easy for us to do it the way that we know we're supposed to. For him, it's a lot harder. It's a little different. But like, I'll tell you who's a natural is Aleem.
Yeah,
Aleem
was really good.
Is fucking amazing at this. Aleem, I'm telling you, man, I've said it to you personally, on air, off air, 100 times. Once this gets to a point where it is paying bills, and we can afford to be like, Aleem, quit your job and just come do this with us. Like whether it's a show with the two of us, or I'd rather us. I love our one-on-ones.
Yes.
And I love Amanda being here. I love Aleem. I love all that. I always think I'll want to do some where it's just the two of us because I love this shit.
Yeah.
But Aleem, whether it's the three of us, me and him, if we just put a microphone and aimed it at Aleem and told him to go for an hour,
he could go.
He could do a
that's
solo
the performer
podcast.
in him.
Yeah,
though.
he's
you
a
know
fucking excellent performer.
He just recently
And
had
he's
a concert too.
So fucking smart.
Yeah.
He is one of the smartest people I've ever, genuinely. He's a dumbass sometimes about some things, but in terms of the grand spectrum of how people react and how life, interpreting life from this area and from all kinds of areas and seeing other people's perceptions, or perspectives rather, he is so tuned in to a lot. He's got
his finger on the pulse.
Yes, I didn't mean to sit here and suck Aleem's dick for
no,
2 or 3 minutes,
good.
but I love
good.
Aleem.
You're channeling him. He's about to bust through that door,
right?
It's this is like a WWE intro.
I'm gonna tell him to come hang out with me tomorrow.
Dude,
we gotta do it.
We should do one with the three of us, me, you, and him.
I'm down.
Just be
I'm
hey, oh shit, work's calling me. I'm not gonna answer though.
Who would be a good fourth for you, me, and Aleem?
Amanda.
No.
Yes.
No. Look, I love Amanda.
Picture this, okay?
No. Listen.
Amanda gets upset, and then Aleem also is upset because I'm not gonna lie, I say some pretty reckless shit. And
you say some reckless shit.
I've watched both of them on the podcast.
Charles is wet as fuck. I'm wet as fuck for Aleem.
And I'm not gonna lie, I probably would say some reckless shit and make Aleem upset, probably on purpose, but only out of love for him,
right?
And to watch his reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just love watching the world
But that could
burn.
happen without. Look, I love Amanda, but Amanda and Aleem will not click. I promise.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it would
they
be
might
perfect
click if we all
because,
went to dinner and sat around, but podcast mode. No,
because
she clicks with us because you're ridiculous and she hates you. That's why she works with us.
She hates me already, right?
Yeah.
So I could craft the perfect line to say to get both of them right through their hearts.
Nope.
And make them so mad and so offended.
No, because what's going to happen is Aleem's going to say, Amanda's just going to be mad. And Aleem's going to say a bunch of, and she's going to, and she's just going to agree. She's not going to have anything to say. He's going to say it all. And, I love Amanda. Amanda works with the two of us, not with Aleem.
I know what I'm going to say.
What? No.
Hear me out.
Obviously, don't say it, though.
No, it's not something offensive. It's just something I
know.
No,
but don't say it, because they
mean?
might see it.
Oh, yeah.
You got to save it.
Okay.
for whenever one of them's here.
I'll give you a hint. It involves Morgan Wallen.
Anyway. Who would be a good fourth for you, me, and Aleem out of our friends?
Maybe Quentin.
Maybe.
I think the three of us would be fine, to be honest.
You know who would be great?
I think fourth to me.
Yeah.
Nick.
No, not with Aleem.
You don't think
Dude,
so?
we need to do one with Nick again, though.
Yeah,
I miss Nick.
Yeah.
You know who we should do one with? With Aleem.
Who?
David.
David. Oh,
yes.
that one? Oh,
David,
okay.
who was just here. That would be a ridiculous podcast.
But he's not here though. He's
I know.
all the way in St. Louis.
Someone with a special education degree.
I can't believe, by
we
the
just
way.
need someone like that
So-
to fucking tutor us.
Hold on. Let's back up for a second. Let's
Creighton's mom could do
analyze-
that.
Yeah, let's analyze something that happened while we were gone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so David came back for Thanksgiving.
Let's wrap this up in like
Char-
5 minutes.
Okay, Charlie hasn't come. Charlie hasn't come. Charlie hasn't
It's
seen
so
David.
long since I came.
Charlie hasn't seen David in like 5 years or something like that.
Well, about a year and a half.
And I called up Charlie. I was like, "Hey man,"
Actually, not quite. He was here last Christmas.
I was like, "Hey man, we're all going out. We're taking David out. We're going to hit the town in Charlotte. Like he's only here for like 4 days. You should come hang out with us."
and I said,
and he's
well, you
like-
see, Creighton, I
he's-
would love to, but I'm in Michigan.
Yeah,
I was
and
in Michigan the day before Thanksgiving.
I was so upset.
doing a thing with Nick and our friends.
I was so upset. I said, "Wow, you suck."
Yeah, he was very sad.
And-
And I had already told David this.
and-
Like I did. I knew
Well,
this
David
was happening.
didn't tell me.
Yeah.
So like, how is it that David found out first and not me? Okay.
Well, to be fair,
As-
you've been with your
as-
girlfriend this whole time.
as-
It's a big part of
as-
the reason there's been a
As
hiatus.
the organizer of like things like this, I feel like I should always be like CC'd on that email or that memo. You know?
CC'd on that
Yeah,
email.
I just want to be part of the. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem, Charlie. You know.
Right.
And I feel like you're making me part of the problem. Anyways, David was heartbroken. He cried. He got drunk and cried to me about how much he missed Charlie. And I was drunk and trying to play Mario Kart, and he was not like letting it go. I was like, "David, you're Bowser. You gotta like play." And he was like, "I'm just so sad without Charlie." I'm like, "Dude, get over it. I'm trying to beat your ass, but I want to beat it fair. I can't beat your ass if you're sad."
I love David. I've told David many times. No, I haven't. I've told him once. I've
That
told
you
him.
love him?
No, I've
Oh.
told him many times I love him. He's like a brother. But
Mm.
David is one of those people.
April went out with us too, by the way, and Chris laid in her lap and she felt his penis.
Okay. So I'm trying to say it. You know what? No, I'm just gonna say this. If David sees it, cool. I love you, David. Understand that.
Oh no!
In my opinion, to me, David is one of those people that when he makes the decision to go live somewhere like he's living,
like landlocked St. Louis.
like landlocked St. Louis, it's because he
Fuck you, Missouri.
wants change and thinks that getting out of he's fallen into the classic get out of the small town mentality. And a lot of the time what
Should've just
always
gone to
happens
Charlotte.
yeah, but a lot of the time what happens when you do that is you end up coming back and hating it more. He should have stayed until he knew for sure what he wanted. He just went there and got a job.
And lived with like 4 dudes.
Yeah,
and
like-
they all jerk each other off in a circle. Or
Okay.
something. At least that's what
David
I've heard.
has friends here. Like he knows us.
Like
we
lifelong
could
friends.
yeah, lifelong friends. Like I'm short of like David like killing my brother. Like I will always it's going to be very hard for me to not love David. I love David. I've loved him since high school. He's like family.
The crazy thing is, he's like, out of all of our friends, I think he's like grown the most.
Well, I don't know about I think he's seen the most. I think he's
Yeah.
been around the most real life shit because of like
Being
the
in the army.
the life
and-
trajectory, his like he's seen shit more than most of us. I mean, other than me, like out of our little group that he's friends with, it's like me and him have seen the most. Me, him, you. Everyone else is a pretty homebody,
He's got so many kids in Vietnam.
probably. But
Oh no,
not-
it's
it's
North,
in Korea,
no, it's
South
Korea.
Korea,
South Korea. Yeah.
But
I don't know why my mind went to Vietnam.
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 David is a person that if he had been here this whole time, he would be sitting here with us on this podcast.
Yeah.
We would have talked him into it.
With Amanda.
Maybe with Amanda. I love Amanda. If David had been here the whole time, I never would have met Amanda.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, if David was our friend, if he had been here this whole time and stayed like in our group regularly, like we wouldn't have ever had time for Food Lion friends.
Yeah.
Because David is such a on board friend that we would have, and he's such a like let's do it that we would have been doing shit way more often this whole 5 or 6 years.
You know who?
Ever since high school. If David had never left, if David had never gone to the military and just got a job at fucking UPS or some bullshit, like we would be going. One, this podcast might be full time, like because I think that we would have done it way more often. Either like I would have trusted the two of you way more. No, I can't trust you two. You two alone would fucking ruin this
Oh yeah,
podcast.
no, it would be over.
You guys would get blasted and say crazy shit. He'd be throwing some reckless
Instead of
shit.
Kanye's West clip going around, it would
It'd
be
be David's clip. Yeah, David would be.
And then all these people would have come forward.
David
and
would have been like, listen, man, like Kanye's just, I don't know, maybe he's right this one time.
maybe he's on to something.
He's on to
I would
this.
have been like, David, no.
David, please come
Stop
out.
it.
We gotta get David. David, come back, man. Fuck you. Fuck St. Louis. Fuck your friends. Come live here again.
You know, the other thing I think that's part of the contributor
talk
to
to him.
that is, Lorenzo. Do you remember Lorenzo
Yeah.
from high school?
Yeah.
Well, he's gone. He passed
Yeah,
away.
he died.
Car hit and run. It was tragic. But when that happened, David wasn't here.
Yeah.
He was.
they were,
he was overseas.
like, best friends.
Yes. Yeah, he was overseas, man. I didn't even hear about it till like 2 weeks after it had happened. Like they had already had the funeral and everything like that. Me, David, and Lorenzo, we were like all like close in middle school, like 7th, 8th, and I think it started in the 6th grade. Like that whole time, we were all like buddies, So knowing that happened and not being able to be there for that, like it tears you up, tore me
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think part of that is like he looks at now like if I come back here, it's just half of that is like yes memories with good friends, but also the other half is like, damn, one of my closest friends isn't here anymore
Yeah.
to like share the new memories. So maybe we're talking a bunch about David. I feel bad. I feel like we're just like putting all his shit out there, but
Well, I mean, that's not just his shit. That's all of our
no,
shit.
but I mean,
like I didn't know Lorenzo well, but his death impacted me.
yeah,
Like I knew, like, he was like one of those parallel friends where it's like
Mhm.
he was friends with all my friends.
Mhm.
So when it happened, I was like, damn, I felt it in my life because everyone else was so affected.
to this day, it's been probably like 3, 4.
It's been a few years.
It's been a minute, probably more like 5 years actually.
Damn, it has been a while, hasn't it?
So when we went out this past time when he was in town, I kept thinking to myself, I was like, damn, like Lorenzo will probably be like right here with us. You know what I mean? Like hanging out with me, Chris, and by Dez. And
Oh yeah, many times.
So it's
a lot of friends. We've had a lot of friends like
Yeah.
that.
so it's like
You know who?
damn,
You know who we need to have on the podcast, or
Who?
at least I need to have on, is Brian
Brian
Espinoza.
Oh
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Were you friends with him?
yeah,
Yeah.
He still has my my copy of the Nightfall Batman comic.
You know what? Now that you say that, I think he has my copy of Call of Duty Ghosts. I forgot all about that shit. That was in high school.
That's
I let
what
him
I'm
borrow
saying.
that.
You let him borrow that.
Brian, you
Probably
silly goose. I met him. I saw him at Walmart like 3 or 4 months
He's
ago.
bald now, right?
Yeah,
you
it's
said
crazy.
he shaved his
Yeah.
head.
I saw him. I don't think he shaved. I think he lost the hair.
Oh damn.
I saw him, and he was like, he's seen this. Like he's watched this before, like or seen like clips
Probably
of it
through
on YouTube
Instagram.
or one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told him, and I told him I'd want to have him on, like, cause Brian's cool. Like I miss, and like,
Yeah.
dude, we sat in Walmart and talked for like 25 minutes, just sitting in the fucking video section, just talking
Yeah.
shit. And like it was like we were in high school again. Like Brian's one of those people that was friends with everyone. You know, there was like 8 of us that were friends with, like him, me, Hakeem, Jay.
Oh, I forgot about Hakeem.
Dude, I love Hakeem. I haven't seen Hakeem in years. I wonder how. I hope he's doing
I hope
good.
he's doing good too.
Tamika, I saw Tamika. Dude, Tamika has 3 boys.
I see him all the time.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
dating one of my old customers at Food Lion.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I love. He was such a cool guy, man. That's the one thing I hate about
Z.
Z's.
Yeah,
I love Z, man. Z's the greatest.
Z.
We can't
we
have
love
Z on this
Z.
podcast.
We love Z, but Z doesn't want to have anything to do
Yeah,
with
Z
us.
doesn't want to have anything to do with us ever until he's with us. And then he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, you guys! Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
yeah.
That's like the thing he says the most. Oh my god! Oh my god! I love Z so much.
Yeah.
We gotta go see Z, man. There's like 7 or 8 guys from high school that like you lose touch when you graduate if you're not like best friends with someone.
Xavius. You remember Xavius?
I do not remember Xavius.
Xavius. I think it just went by Z. Like he might have went by Z too.
Maybe I do.
I don't want to say
Oh.
his last name because I
Okay.
don't want to put these
Yeah.
people on blast. Like I'm kind of surprised you said Brian.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought of it in the moment. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, there's those guys you were all like that you were friends with only at school. You know what I mean? Like other than you, it was like you, Quentin. Like you and Quentin were the only friends I had in school other than Mac that I was friends with outside of school, and then everyone else was like by proxy of you guys. Like I was friends with Carly, I was friends with David, I was friends with Chris. But I never would have hung out with them outside of school if it wasn't for you and Quentin. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
never Bethany, everybody, like all of our friends that I'm friends with, like I wouldn't have been friends with them if it wasn't for you and Quentin,
Right.
because I was such good, very close friends with you two. Charles the socialite. In high school, I was one of the interchangeable clique people. I was like I could hang out with kids from any of the cliques.
Mhm.
I was just one of those. There was like, well, I don't know. Almost said some. I shouldn't say that. There was a few of us, but like Hakeem J, Brian. There were 7 or 8 of us that I really wish I had stayed close with outside of school. That I feel like we would still be really close with, and they're probably in their own little cliques of friends now that like they've stayed friends with this whole time. But who knows? Kat, holy shit, it's a podcast, and I'm extremely late. Where's Amanda? Amanda died in a tragic promotional accident. She got a promotion at her job.
Or a TPA, as we would like to call it.
Yes, a TPA. Super late, Kat. Yeah, we're literally like we're like, these are the closing moments. It was a 2-hour podcast, though, so you can.
I was trying to look and see what the time was.
About an hour. Well, the recorded version on YouTube will be about an hour 50 minutes. We've been live for 1:55.
Yeah.
I passed by the Food Line Distribution Center yesterday.
I've never even seen a Food Line Distribution Center. I've only ever seen stores. I don't know where it comes from.
You have nothing to do with that side of the business. Well, this was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I miss this so much. How dare you? We have to do more. Bring
How dare
April. She
you.
can sit in the background. She can laugh and talk
Just
shit.
bring her on. Be like,
She can
give
she
her
can
a
sit in the
mic.
chair.
You know.
She can have a
She'll
mic.
tell us.
She won't.
She'll tell us mom stories. you
Well,
know?
maybe perchance, potentially, maybe. I sent you a video, Creighton,
Oh.
and you ignored it. Anyway, let you deal with that. Creighton, I love you and miss you. We got to do. Let's do these.
Okay.
Can we start doing these again?
Yeah.
Like just the two of us. Like I love you, Amanda.
Just the two
If
of
she
us.
can come do one, cool. But let's not like hinge whether or not you and me do them on that. Like, if you can spare an hour or two on days that it makes sense, let's do it. If you want to make it a regular Monday thing, I'm super down for regular Monday thing. Like before I go to work, because that is something I'm super capable of as long as you like. If it works, like if you have that day off, if it's one of those situations. But all kinds of shit like that. Any days that we can do it. Like I want to get back to doing this. I miss this, and I love the setup is so great now. This is the best setup we've had yet.
I like it.
The only thing that could be better than this would be if we ever like went back to the table and like had a straight up studio, not just use the basement in the shape that it came in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, we love you guys. Have a great day. We will hopefully be live much sooner, and we will see you guys all later. Goodbye.
Later.